today. So the makeshift prison, right? And now there's 2 guards there, and they're awake this time. And she's like, hey, let me get by. And they're like, no, we can't. The king's orders. And she's like, how about if your mother just sacrificed herself fucking to save everybody, and the prisoner that was directly responsible for it is down there? What would you do? What would you do? And one guy's like, dude, this is the lightning welder. And she's like, I know who she is and her mom is. Ladies and gentlemen, they now call her General Lilith Sorengale, the Fire of Basgayath. That's pretty fucking legit right there. So the other guard is like, you know what, fine. 10 minutes, all right? Because she's like, listen, I ain't tried. Your keys are right there. The keys are in the desk. No, they're on the guard's hip. But anyway, he's like, listen, 10 minutes, 5 for you, 5 for your mom. So as she's walking down there, she hears the voices in my head, and the voices all in my chat. That's kind of funny. Anyway, so she's down there, and she hears motherfucking Zayden talking to fucking born-again bitch tits Barlow, right? And talking about the cure and how the eyes, and he's gonna turn full Venny, and basically he should just like help Barlow escape and go turn Violet in to the big people. That's what the fuck is about to happen in this shit. I'm not happy, folks. I'm scared shitless. I think there might be some more bruises on this by the end of this book, because it's already starting me out with what the fuck is going on. All right, anyway, get into it. Chapter 1 coming up. His bond off for the rest of the riot, doesn't pay attention, gets in Terran's airspace, almost squishes him. Terran's jumping fucking pissed off, gets all up at Atrium like, roar. And Atrium's like, I'm sorry. And fucking like, so Violet's like, it was an accident. There's no excuse for this. She's an older dragon. He shouldn't fucking know. So like, Terran's pissed, right? They're also arguing about Zayden. He's calling him the shadowy one. He's like, I don't trust the shadowy one anymore. So they're fucking going through the shit right now, right? So they fucking land. Now, she's going through it up in the air. She lands on the ground. She's going through it on the ground. Everybody's fucking talking, fighting, arguing. The fucking Basgayath people, the Arisha riders, everybody's fucking arguing, talking. There's no battle briefs. They're just doing patrols, right? Shit's not good. She's like, hey, talking there, I need to talk to motherfucking Imogen. Imogen is on fucking Zayden watch duty right now. So she's talking with motherfucking Imogen, and Imogen's like, look, I'm in it to win it, but we got to figure out this plan for fucking Mirror, because if Mirror doesn't have a good plan, then I'm not really in it to it. It's very, very confusing to this point. I might have to do a little reread just to get all the little intricacies of where this is going, right? But anyway, digressing. So then we go there, and then Imogen brings up how Garrick and Bodhi, and I'll believe that she don't need to be staying in the room with Zayden, just in case, you know what I'm saying? Just in case. And she's like, Zayden would never hurt me, da-da-da-da-da. They're like, yeah, well, I knew you'd say that, but anyway, digressing. I try to tell him. So then there we go through that stuff, right? And then after we go through there, what do we do? Oh, crap, I've fucking brain cramped. We walk inside, and then there's the people inside, and they're not happening. Oh, crap, what else happened? Shit. I can't believe I forgot that. So after she goes inside and they talk about the battle brief and the people are arguing, they all go to see Sawyer. Hey, they were going to go kick it with Sawyer. Okay, sorry, maybe too soon still. I don't know. But anyway, it's been 2 weeks. Chill out. Anyway, so they're hanging out with Sawyer. They're just kicking it out, you know, just chilling out. And then they're talking and having a good time. And Kat's even in there. And they're kind of looking around, and Kat's like trying to understand these people. They're getting TT tight. It's really cool. And then as they're sitting there talking with fucking Sawyer about the new kickball team they're about to... I gotta stop with the leg jokes, seriously. Okay, Wise. Focus. Anyway, they're sitting there, and all of a sudden they hear a scream. Ah! They scream, they turn around. What was it? What was it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, but she didn't want to be there no more. She's scared. Why? Because they turn around. And let's just see exactly the words that they say. Ready? She's dead. A cadet in infantry blue stumbles and falls. Her hands, and they're dead. They're all dead. There's no mistaking the gray handprint marking the side of his neck. Vinny, my heart seizes. We haven't found them out on patrol because they're already inside. Shitballs Batman. In the open and burn them. You know, does that make dragons bad people, if bad animals, if they like to burn things for fun? I don't know. Maybe they deserve it. Who cares? Anyway, digressing. So that's what Adarna wants to do. She wants to burn all the Vinnies for fun. It says it in the book. Anyway, digressing. So then they fucking go and they're running through and they see people and then they see 2 more motherfucking scribes, right? So they see the 2 scribes, but these scribes are normal scribes. And then they're like, they're fucking going for born again Barlow's little bitch ass. So they're running down the stairs. Rick's like, come with me, girls, we'll go. So they're going down the big steps. And this is where Vi, she's talking about, I like stone steps because wood steps would creak. And Taryn's like, focus on the task at hand, not the past, my girl. What the hell, Vi? Anyway, so they go down there, and there's Vinny's trying to rescue born-again fucking Barlow. Now there's a fight. Ting, 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 ting. Wah! Fucking head, shit's falling off today, folks. Anyway, so there's a fight going on, right? Now, as the fight going on, it ends up with Violet and the Vinny super close with the knife right up there, and the Vinny's like, I'm gonna get you. She's like, look, you gonna die, and I ain't even gonna do it. What do you mean? Because he is. And this is motherfucking Zayden. The shadows come in. Envelope. Home. Gravity. The man with the chair. Whatever you want to call him. Anyway, he's a shadow person right now, so he's still shadow daddy, but we'll talk about the other part. Anyway, Vinny gone. Schmeckle. Boom. They're done. All right. Threat seems to be ceased for now. They get debriefing by fucking Pam check, and then now it's time for them two to talk. So now as they're out there freaking talking, her and Zayden, they start talking about, is Zayden a good person? I don't know anymore. He's saying he can control the power. Even Garrick's like, I don't know, guy. I don't know if I should leave you alone with Violet, right? They're talking about the stuff. He's like, Violet's like, I'm good. Just chill. And Zayden's like, are you good? Even Zayden is questioning himself, like, maybe we got to question the sleeping arrangements. No, I'm fucking safe. And she's like, listen, you are you. He's like, but I'm not me. And she's like, no, you are you. And he's like, how do you know? And she's like, do you love me? And he's like, yes. And she's like, see, that's you. And he goes, yeah, but like, I'm not me. And like, what do you mean? Like, and then she goes, wait a second. How did you know I was like down there? And she's like, because I can feel them. You see what I'm saying? The hive mind is already getting on him. You know what I mean? Like he's already feeling it. So that's kind of scary. So is he Shadow Daddy or Shadow Vinny? Because he's feeling the Vinny, and that's how we found out him and Garrick have schmeckled so many Vinny, because he knows where they are. He feels them. Now he be saying things like this, and I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty good, but he says, I could reach the rank of Maven. I guess that's like super high general for the bad guys. Lead armies of dark welders against everyone we care for. Watch every vein in my body turn red and channel all the power on the continent, and I would still love you. That doesn't change. I'm not sure anything can, right? And then it's fucking, so she's like, yeah, you'll do that, but would you not do that to love her? That's the question, Zayden. Could you not channel the power for her? The inquiring minds want to know. News at 11. Join us for the next one. Form this task force for you to go and find Adarna's dragonkin, right? So then we go from there. And then now from there, we end up going to the bedroom. Now, I will say, after reading this scene, I am currently on Team Garrick and Bodhi. I don't think you should be sleeping in the same room with Zayden. I'm just saying. We've made our pros and cons, and after this, I think the cons outweigh the fucking pros, all right? I mean, getting a little, I don't even know if you could get whoopee at this point, because look what happens. So, she's sleeping, wakes up, sees Zayden, is like, hey, I'm gonna sneak out. And as she's trying to sneak out, Zayden's shadow wraps her up in the shadows. And he starts warming up the Xbox. He's like, hey, let's play a little bit of Olympics, right? He's like, hey, what level do you want to play? You want to play the armoire level? You want to play the level where I get a float on top? You want to play the level where I got your back? Like, which Xbox level you want to play, right? We got that cool game and stuff. And as that's happening, all of a sudden, Zayden starts like kind of losing control. And he's like, she stops and she backs away. And he's like, we can't do this. Got to get control of myself. And she's like, no, it's okay. Like, I got an idea. And he's like, nah, you don't understand. This shit ain't going to work. And she walks up close to him and he channeled just a little bit. But apparently when his hand on down, when Zayden is losing control, he channeled. That means he just sucked in more power, which means he's going to turn a little bit more. What the fuck? This is some bullshit. That's why bullshit. Zayden, don't get turned on. You're wasting pumps. Digressing. Join us next chapter, ending with a cat butt. and fucking soundproof. And they're like, we can use this in the treaties because the treaties are falling apart because motherfuckers don't want to agree. They're just, no, my side. Nobody wants to be in the middle, right? So they're having all that bullshit. And she's like, cool, let's go show all them. And we got to go tell fucking Brennan because, you know, he's the one doing the agreement and all the other bullshit. So as they're sitting there talking, they get into a fucking family argument because Mira finds out that Vi is have to go on the task force to go find Adarna's family. And Mira's like, what the fuck? That could take decades. We have like 6 months. Takes like all this correspondence and throws them in. Brendan's like, you're doing the wrong shit. Fuck, I don't know what to do. And Brennan opens mouth, inserts foots, and makes a comment about mom. And that just, it goes bad. It's not good. But anyway, they're all in agreement. And basically, it ends with this. It's saying, like, he runs his fucking mouth. Crap, that's not cool. They have the plan. We have to find a way to keep the flyers at Basgiath, right? And then he's like, yeah, you should find Amir. Amir interrupts, earning his attention. Sacrificing members of our family is what's considered the greater good. It's a weapon straight out of mom's arsenal. That was her comeback, right? And then she walks away without another word. And it's like, take it to the scenarium. They'll never agree. And it's like, yeah, that's what we're afraid of, is they still won't agree even though we gave them a plan. So they're stuck between a rock and a fucking hard place at this time. Shit. One more chapter for today, folks. God damn, this book started out wild. Fight. That's what everybody's shouting. Adarna's like, he's not the strongest. And like, okay, we'll do the challenge. But remember, no wild welding. Fucking Aurora pulls off her glove. Fire! Oh, shit. Yeah, we knew that shit was gonna happen. You knew it wasn't gonna be a fair fight. Like, come on, there's no instructors around. Like, when the fucking professors aren't around, the douches will play. I don't know how you call it. But anyway, she finally realizes that she's got to be the one to do the fight, right? So we end up like this, okay? This is how it ends up. So Aurora whips off her gloves, the flare in her hands. I throw, releasing my daggers the second before the flame erupts in her palm. The steel pins her gloves to the wooden support of the dais. Aurora grabs the flame dies, and before it can touch Dane, cat butt. Her head tracking the loss of her glove before whipping toward me. Her eyes narrow. Sorengale. Violet, no! Chode. Dane protest. Rebel is so outdated. I prefer the term revolutionary. Okay, that monologue was, okay. We got to work on that, Violet, okay? We got to work on your quippy comebacks, okay? I inform Aurora, taking measure step in her direction to welcome the crackling, sizzling power in my fingertips. If you're going to weld, then it's me you'll be dealing with. Woo! Violet, we gonna fight. It's fucking Fight Club. We've turned dragons into Fight Club. I fucking love it. Join us next time, folks. Officers are here. Now we better be, like, what are you talking about? Y'all are a bunch of 20-something-year-olds about to fight, and then 3 40-year-olds show up. You're like, oh, we better act like, what are we doing? Anyway, digressing. Okay, so the adults are here now. They stop. Devara's like, yeah, she's fucking right. You either, listen, it doesn't matter what happens in the Accords. It happens right fucking here. You either team up together and die tomorrow, or, wait, you either schmeckle each other today, or we fucking possibly live tomorrow, and your name will be on the rolls. They're like, oh, yeah. And then one guy mentioned a thing is like, but why should we fight for them? And then they were like, we haven't had a shadow welder and a lightning welder together. And that's where fucking Vi is like, dude, we haven't had a shadow welder and a lightning welder together since the Great War. Note that one, everybody. That's going to be fucking important. Ding, ding, ding. Anyway, so that happens, and then they're like, okay, yeah. And then everybody starts walking away, and we're a little peace treaty right now, like the peoples. And then the fam shows up. Mira, Brennan, Zayden, and they're all like, we saw that good speech. Like, we gotta go talk. So they end up fucking walking down this thing into this nasty old sparring chamber, and they're like, all right, what's the dealio? Oh, and Eric came with them too. And they're like, all right, so this is the fucking deal. Like, the peace treaties and shit are going, they were going pretty good, and then, hey, Eric, your fucking bitch-ass brother, he sounds like a level 2 chode already, and we're just hearing his name. He's the number 1 heir to the throne. He's a little bitch tits chode. He's arrogant, piece of shit, and he's already demanding shit. He's got to be on the mission with fucking Vi as they go to do the whole thing with fucking Adarna, right? So they're like, shit. And Eric's like, listen, I don't give 2 shits. here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. Caput. Anyway, she's always here. So he's like, listen, I would rather dismantle my father's business empire bullshit than fucking stand up. That shit ain't happening. They're like, damn, maybe you'll change your mind. Nope. Oh, she's just stretching in, ladies and gentlemen, toe. Anyway, what are we doing? We don't stop the camera, folks. Anyway, so that happens. And then they're like, all right, cool, we get you. And then they're like, your father's got half of his personal guard looking for you. And he goes, yeah, that should fucking tell you something. Like, it's whatever. So then they're going through. We find out about the rules. They violated the meeting when she threatened to bounce. That really fucking works. So grats to her on that. They were going through the list of rules, but the one list of rules they ain't going to go, Caplet, is they're saying, hey, the Flyers can't stay. So that fucking, if they don't figure some shit out really quick, that fucking validates the deal with the discount tire manager. You know what I'm saying? That whole fucking group, they only got 2 days. So Violet's like, shit, we got to figure it out. All right, what else is bad? Zayden's the Duke. Just to fucking, let's put some more kerosene and diesel fuel on the fire because this shit's burning hot. Like the fucking King Tory the Wise, bitch, I'm the real wise, just so you know, King. Oh, you want to step outside? We'll do it. You and my army, me, you, no armies. Let's do it. I'll win your fictional character. Haha. Anyway, digressing. So they made Zayden. They gave him his seat back in the Sonorum. They gave him fucking Trenendor, and he's a fucking Duke. So he's got to bounce. She's like, what did you say? No more. Oh, shit, son. So he's like, listen, only you know when all will change, and when the time's right, you got to fucking do this shit. And then he bounces out because Garrick's like, come on, you're loyalty now. You got to go, bitch. We got to go. Garrick's like, come on. So she fucking realized it. And in her last words, it ends with this. I need to find a cure. And that means saving the Alliance tonight. Even if it means I'll be a traitor in the... What are you going to do in one night, Violet? I don't know. We'll find out. Join us, Chapter 7, coming up. Team no more and 3-time champions and shit, but we really need you. So put your fucking riding leathers on because you're still a fucking rider and you're still part of the team. Let's go fucking save the world. And fucking Sawyer's like, woo, give me my clothes, baby. So they get his fucking dressed and they pin his leg up and they hobble and crutch their way out of there. And they take all the difficult routes on purpose because you know what I'm saying? So people won't follow them and stuff. And then they put like a little fake dummy in the bed. And then they go down. And as they're on their way down, where are they going? They're going to the Ward Stone, okay? As they go down there, Imogen's like, I'm going to get rid of the guards. And then all of a sudden, Imogen's like, hey, we got issue. And it's not just guards. Who is it? It's Sis. Yeah, Sis is like, what's up, Vi? She's like, listen, I know you. Let's just listen. If you're going to do this, we're going to do this like Dominique Toretto. Family. So they're going to do it as a family. So they all walk in and Brennan's in the Wardstone Chamber 2. And he's like, what are you doing here? I'm here as backup to the backup in case you fuck up because I got to fix it again. Duh. So they start going and basically they're using Sawyer to use his metallurgy and they're to fucking rework the fucking runes and shit. So they go and take off one rune, but apparently it's not the right rune. I don't know what they took off, but I don't know. And then they're working on another one, and then they finally get, and she's floating. Yay, we did it. The riders can stay. Everybody's fucking happy, and they're like, all right, now wait until morning. That's when the shit's really going to hit the fan. So then we go into the battle brief, and everybody's walking in, and they're getting ready for it, and Devora comes up. She's like, all right, I know Markham was teaching you, but he's bitch tits, and I'm a better teacher, so I'm going to teach you this shit. And then the flyer teacher, Kendra, she comes up and like, hey, Kendra's going to be the vice teacher, and we found out that the flyers are staying because there's magic, and yay, everybody's happy, and the wings are staying. We got more people coming from this. And then she's like, hey, when did you fucking, like you told me to? I told my discount tire 20 minutes ago. And the Flyers, they've extended the peace agreement. They're not staying, but they've extended the agreement. So it's worked. Huzzah, huzzah, it's all great. All right, it's time for class to begin. And then, bum, 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 the door opens. And it is Colonel Senior Chode Atos. He's a level 7 Chode. He's almost up there with fucking Nolan at Omega level Chode, right? Just in case anybody didn't know on the Chode meter, he's fucking up there. And then fucking Colonel Chode Atos, he's like, Violet Sorngale, you're wanted for treason. Oh shit, what the fuck just happened? I don't know, join us for the next one. We'll figure this shit out. Queen, what's her name? Mariah? Mariah? I don't know. We'll figure out fucking my Marie. The Queen Marie. Is it Maria? Maybe it's Maria. I don't know. Anyway, but she fucking comes strutting in all badass. She's the queen of Discount Tire. So she's like the CEO of Discount Tire and them peeps, right? And we figured this shit out. She's like, well played, Sorngale. Like, I respect and like, you did all this to save my peep because you just wanted accesses to books and libraries. I'll tell you what, you can look at my library too, full motherfucking catalog. But I tell you what, we've been searching and ain't found shit. And she's like, don't worry about it, Queenie. I got you. And then they're like, all right, cool. The shit's dismissed. So she leaves. Fucking Zayden's like, we ain't done talking about this shit, motherfucker. We got to talk about it. You ain't supposed to be putting your shit in bad predicaments for me. And she's like, in her mind, like, shuts him out. But like, Zayden, she just did the same thing that you would do for her. So shut the fuck up. Stop being a hypocrite. See, that's how we are around here. We call out both sides. Everybody cat butt coming through. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter. Fucking don't be a hypocrite around here. Anyway, digressing. So that happens. And then the second years are all like, Riri and all them, like, what happened? She fucking like kind of tells him, and what happened to Battle Brief? Like, it was a quick briefing because missions, it wasn't a lot of information, it's trickling in. And then General Omega Chodish. General Chodish comes out, fucking Atos, right? That little bitch tits. And he just starts, fucking running his mouth, and Violet fucking you can't stop me. I'll be better than you and stronger than you. And I'm now the general of Basgaia. So he took fucking Mama's seat and basically says, look, I can't fuck with, because Violet's like, you can't fuck with me. I'm too strong, bitch. And he's like, oh yeah, you're right. I can't fuck with you, but you know what? I can fuck with your friends. See, this bit, he's playing, So he's like, listen, you know what? Patrol duty, all second years are on patrol duty. They got to go to Samara where the fighting's going, and they got to go with the rider. So he's playing some, all right, motherfucker, you want to play some bullshit? Brennan even comes out, it's you. Like, this is where Dane, I apologize for the amount of chode. You deserved it, but I understand why you were like that now. It takes time to break the wheel. He had to break the generational curse from an Omega level chode. So I would like to formally welcome Dane to the Cool People's Club. You are no longer a chode. You are a former chode. Okay? That just proves my fucking slogan. You too can choose to not be a chode. Thank you, Dane Atos, for not being a chode. Join us, chapter 9 coming up. Colonel Dungarees was telling me about that. So they got some sleep, and then as they're like, we'll help everybody in the morning and stuff. And then fucking go to sleep. And I'm like, what the fuck? There's fire and what is happening? It's another nightmare. So Vi has a nightmare, wakes up, and then in the nightmare, she's looking for a picture, right? And the house is on fire and she's trying to find a picture and shit. And then she tells Kat to escape because she's the future queen of Trenendare? That's okay. I had to double take that one. I thought I read it wrong, but if I read it wrong, I read it wrong 2 times. But that's what I fucking read. And then, so they're having that conversation. And then they're like, hey, you know we can fucking hear you now, but it's time to get up anyway. So they get up and they use the bathroom and they shower, shave, and they're getting ready and they're fucking walking out, leaving. And then they get some other major, I don't remember the fucking bitch tits names, but he's like, hey, what the fuck? And they're talking. And then we find out that there's a little town right over like an hour, 2 hours away or something. And it's a little town. Now listen, this major, he's not being an asshole. He's being very specific. He's like, listen, we ain't got the manpower. We ain't got the dragon power. We ain't got the rider power. We ain't got the woman power. We just ain't got no motherfucking power right now, okay? Our fucking, we've used all the daggers, our fucking very weak wards. I've got northern people flying, the patrols in the south, and we got people resting. Well, I'm sorry we can't help this town, okay? In war, sometimes to protect the big, you gotta let some of the small go. And he's like, I'm sorry, we can't do shit. And he just leaves it at that. And then Vi's like, listen, you know, we supposed to be here for a reason. And Riri jumps in and is like, we can't do this. And Mirror's like, this my family could be there. They're like, oh, whoa, your family's there? Oh, shit. Riri's like, I don't know. And we gotta, Vi jumps in and is like, hey, maybe Riri, I know you in charge, but can we take a vote? Let's take a vote. That's what we did in Reston. And Bree's like, cool, yeah, let's take a vote. All in favor of going to help, say aye, aye. All the fucking hands go up. And it literally, how it ends, Riri nods, all in favor, every hand goes up, including hers. Nobody hesitated. I love this squad. She signs, well, fucking DeGrenzy Dungarees told us to make ourselves useful, so let's go be of use. Let's fucking go, Toe. Are you ready? Let's do it. Oh, you try to sneak a cat butt. Anyway, join us next time. And then he takes off fucking flying, and then all of a sudden he takes off flying after those wyverns are done. What do we have? It's a fucking tornado! What is this goddamn Wizard of Oz? They ain't in Kansas no more, Terran! So they're getting fucking spun in a goddamn tornado, get boom, flung out right into the motherfucking wall, right? Terran manages to fucking roll just a little bit so Violet doesn't get squished, but when that happens, you hear a crack and a crack. The bond has gone dark. She can't feel fucking Terran no more. No! What's gonna happen? Is this gonna be like, no, we're not. She got plot armor. I'm sorry. But anyway, hits the fucking mountain, slides and falls fucking down, right? Now, at some point right after they did that cool fucking swing and club attack, there was another wyvern, and she thought fucking Atrim and Riddick came in to fucking save him, right? But nah, when she finds out after they slide down, and another fucking brown dragon, it's fucking Garrick. Garrick, how did you get here so fast, my sir? You're with Riddick, over 8 hours away. Sir, questions? Hello, please answer our questions. We have questions. Anyway, so he's like, you okay? She's like, yeah. Terran ain't got no bond. She's like, oh no, is he dying? Slight little glimmer now. Okay, cool. He's breathing, slowly breathing. All right. Oh shit, look at your knee. Fucking dislocated knee. Shit, I can help you. Jump down, I'll catch you. She jumps down, he catches her, pulls down, straighten out your leg, we'll fix you. Ah! Fixing a dislocated knee hurts. I've had to do it a few times. Anyway, digressing. So they get that done, and then all of a sudden, what happens? It's a Vinny. The Vinny has showed up, and Violet realizes they are between a fucked and a shit place. Like dead ass. All she gotta do is touch the ground, and they're motherfucking done. But apparently, fucking her name is Theophany, okay? This is this fucking sage's cat, but this sage's name, Theophany. And she's sitting here talking. And she's like, listen, Violet, I know everything about you. This plan was set up. She's like, Mirren and they're trying to get there. And she's like, listen, I tortured the parents and I let the kids go as a sign of good faith. And then she uses some shattery and starts choking Garrick. Like, we're going to lose Garrick right now. He's getting choked. Like, good. What the fuck is happening? This is how it ends, okay? This is how it ends. They're having a conversation. And she's like, you want information or Garrick? She's like, I'll take fucking Garrick over your information. She's like, very interesting. Then she goes, or maybe me by closer by a morning star tail was spotted, okay? Is that your real question? My fingernail is cut into my palms as Garrick's kick becomes more desperate. Just an observation. Her flicker gazes towards Garrick. For good faith, she turns her hand and Garrick crashes to the ground beside me, wheezing as he draws for breath. Now tell me, who chose you first? The one who gifted you the power of the sky or the Irid? And I believe that means the iridescent one. So the Vinny are really trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And I tell you what, with her silver hair, what they're trying to learn, I think somebody said it before that maybe Daddy was Vinny when doing the research and maybe he had a love child. That could very well... Ooh, we got things to talk about, folks. Join us next time. It's fucking crazy as fuck, man. Anyway, digressing. So that happened. Now, they go to fly back. Now, they fly back. Instead of stopping at fucking Samara, because there's no beds, no healers and shit, they fly back. She's like, Terran, don't tell fucking nobody about Zayden. Yeah, I ain't gonna say shit, but Adarna sure as fuck does. So they fucking land. She's expecting Brennan, and it's fucking Zayden at the bottom of the dragon. She's like, oh, shit, son. He not happy. It's not looking fucking good. So he fucking, come on, we're fucking, they get down, and they all go in the room, and everybody's fucking follow them, and everybody's pissed off. Like, what the fuck is happening? Zayden's trying to lose his shit, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And ladies and gentlemen, the largest chode of them all, the human hemorrhoid general, Chodos. Yes, he is a human hemorrhoid Chodos. That is his fucking full name. He comes in, start fucking blah, blah, blah. She's like, listen, mother, we did what you said. We fucking went to Samara. General fucking Dungaree said, go be useful. We were fucking useful. What do you want us to fucking do? We chose as a squad, dragons and fucking riders and flyers, dragons and griffins, fucking, and they're all like, and we'll do it again, and again, and again, and again, and another one. Oh, my hair sticker. And another one. Like, they're like, fuck it, we're just gonna keep doing it. And he starts running his mouth, and we got fucking Brennan there, and he's like, you're not supposed to be here. And he's like, bitch, I'm a motherfucking I can be here. And then he says his fucking whatever. He's like, bitch, my name's Sorengale. Vi looks at, he's got Sorengale back on his name tag. Okay, Brennan Sorengale. I like what I'm seeing, buddy. Okay, so he's mending her fucking knee. They're talking shit. Rorinson, you've got to leave, like blah, 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 blah. Garrett comes in, fucking, I'm General Milligram's, like, it's this whole crazy bullshit. You got 24 hours to get the fuck out of here. Oh, the dude's a fucking chode. Like, seriously, he's the biggest chode. Anyway, this chapter ends out, oh yeah, sorry, that's how it ended out. So finally, after all that bullshit leaves, Zane's like, everybody get the fuck out. They did, again, unfortunately, Mirren's parents, they were schmeckled, they're gone, but she did save the twins, the little ones, and he's like, they can't, General fucking Chodish, whatever, Chodos, he's like, they can't stay here, and Zayden's like, well, they'll be leaving, and they're fucking, they're citizens, they're Tyrish citizens now, so Chodos is like, oh, of course, whatever. Fucking, so that happens, and then Zayden tells everybody to motherfucking leave. Everybody fucking leaves out, locks the door, and then comes up, and I tell you what, I hope he's not losing control because, okay, what are you doing? He grasps her back of my neck and slams his mouth against mine, okay? I don't know if he's trying, we'll find out. Join us for next. Boy, better not lose control. Okay, we'll figure it out. And then time flashes by like it's been a week, and she's talking about how the professors are good at professoring and making the college feel like a college. They're doing everything but history class because they're waiting for the last group to get there. And we're going through the stuff. And then Zayden sends a message, but you know he can't send it to her because fucking, not Varys, little bitch ass, what's his name? Fucking General Chodos. Chodos will fucking read it. So they made it as Garrick wrote a letter to Imogen and gave it to her. And basically what it said is during a fight, Zayden lost his shit and he drained from the motherfucking earth, and now he's locked himself in a room until he can get his shit right. That's basically what happened. So Zayden's already starting to lose it, so fucking Quest team gotta get fucking going. You know, what is it? Quest Squad. Quest Squad gotta get going. Then we're also talking with her and Imogen again, and we find out like they got fucking Aura's little bitch ass, little fire, like Grady doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. She's about your age and a strong fire welder. Bitch, we almost blew each other up. What are you talking about? Anyway, digressing. So we're having to deal with that bullshit. Excuse me. Now, at the end of this chapter, Imogen and Vi go there. They're going to go talk to fucking Bitch Tits Barlow, right? Bitch Tits Born Again Barlow. So he's on his last leg. He's like sucked the power from all the bricks and stuff. And she's basically like, listen, we gonna play some questions and shit because you on your last leg. So I've got this little piece of alloy right here and it will let you live for about a week. Or I got some crushed oranges. They'll blow and you're done. What do you want to do? And he, so we play the 4 questions. He agrees to 4 questions, and she asked like one question she already knew the answer to make sure he wasn't lying. And then she's like, all right, like, do y'all always talk to each other? And he's like, only at the beginning until we learn how to hide ourselves. And then it's do initiates always know how to, like, can they always do it? Apparently, you can't just draw power from the earth unless you already have a signet or some way to channel power. Then you can do it. But if not, then you have to be taught. Okay, so there's a power there. And then she's like, why? How do you be cured? And he's like, bitch, we don't want to be cured. We are free. Well, kind of free, because when we take the power from the earth and stuff, when we channel, we basically give up our soul. I guess they believe in souls and shit. So they're like, yeah, we give up our soul. And then there was another question. I have to go back and check, but there was another question about like, do flying on the first wing, and it was a comment about being a stupid question. So I got to reread that part to fully make it out. So there's a question there. And then as we end off, so she gives him the alloy, he sucks it all up, and then there's some more talking. And then as she's leaving, Jack, he fucking ribs on her. He pokes a question. Is like, hey, is this the room? Did you cry out for fucking Zayden when you were in this room. And, you know, he plays the game, kind of cuts deep. She manages to get the strength because she's like, why did you answer my questions? And he's like, because I wanted to see this face. And then, because I'll remember that. And she's like, nah, you ain't remembering shit, bitch. And Imogen comes in and is like, memory wipe, motherfucker. And then they take the shit. So we'll be back in like a week, wipe his fucking memory. And then they leave. And we got the 3 motherfucking stooges outside. It's fucking funny because it ends with this one. It's like 4 minutes later, we emerge from the staircase. We find fucking Riri, Riddick, and Sawyer. All right, the 3 stooges. Fucking 3 stooges. Riri, Riddick, and Sawyer. What is that? R squared S? Ris, I don't know, you know. Anyway, says, for fuck's sakes, can't you 4? Yeah, it is there 4. Wait, I'm so confused. Digressing. Anyway, for fuck's sakes, can't you 4 do anything by yourself? Imogen mutters. And that's how we ended. Holy crap, what a fucking strange-ass chapter. Let's get into the next one. And she played one hell of a fucking trick on him. Was like, yeah, but I was reading it, I just grabbed the scroll, and I found out that... right before the last war, like 612 years ago, the last iridescent that was found, there was a prophecy that said Vi would have 2 You're a prophecy, Vi? Nah, bitch, I just fucking first record. Come on, it's week 1 of searching. So that was pretty funny. She pulled a quick one on that one. And then we start reading books. Excuse me. So we go through that stuff and like, all right. So, and then we talk about Quest Team. Riddick, like, can I get on Quest Team? I want to get on Quest Team. So we do that. So they're going through there, and then after that, we go back to battle briefing, right? So now as we're in battle briefing, Devra is got a big old map, and then they're talking about there's red all over the area, and shit's getting nasty, and whatever, and like it's hard to do this, that, and the other. We don't know what to do. Yeah, because you don't tell us shit. Riddick fucking, you know, yells out from the back, not really under his breath, but he's like, yes, or Devra's like, yes, I'm sorry. She's female, you know. But anyway. So then she's like, she has the Oprah moment. It's like, everybody look under your desk. Everybody, they reach up under, you get a book, you get a book, you get a book. And it's like a trilogy of how to beat up the Vinny and shit. And I guess the scribes have been working really, really hard to do that. So we're finding information out and they're like, read the books, read and live, don't and die. So they're like, all right, cool. And then we're going to change some shit up too. And they're like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, listen, we're going to teach some more classes. We got to do training, and runes. We're going to teach you about how to do runes and stuff. Not the cool runes like, I can't do it. Sorry, I will make people mad. Anyway, not those kind of runes, but they got to fly to Arisha to go work with them over there to learn how to do runes. And then they're working some other stuff. And then they made the change where they admitted now that the Vinny, Sage level, and Maven and higher can signet and greater magic well. And that makes all them, fuck, now we just know shit. They're all flipping out. And Vi's like, shit, it took him 10 days to verify that shit. So like, all right, so she's figuring that out. And then they're like, but when we do training now, you're going to be able to fight with your signets and stuff, but we're not allowed to schmeckle each other, right? And they're like, wait, how are we supposed to fucking beat Violet? And they're like, yeah, we ain't throwing you in a ring with Mike Tyson. Ain't nobody gonna be able to beat Violet right away. And that's why we brought in our new professor, dun, 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 Professor Zayden Royerson, to teach you hand-to-hand combat, which is like, it started as like, yay, they get to be together, until you realize he's a professor and professors can't fraternize with the students. So they rock, hard place, rock. What do we do? Maybe it'll prevent him from being turned into a Venny at least. Fuck, this is getting real. Anyway, join us, chapter 14. See you then. It's Cat's turn, right? Now Cat gets a chance to go up. Now, oh shit. Cat got really fucking close. She almost touched him. Almost motherfucking touched him, right? So then that happens. And then finally, it's time for the main event. The fight everybody has been wanting to see. It should be a fucking gosh darn pay-per-view event. You know what I'm saying? When them pay-per-view, we can sell tickets and make money. I'm just saying. So anyway, it is time. Zayden's like, no exceptions, Cadet Sorengale. My fucking mustache. Time to get down here. And she's like, ha, 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 ha. Okay. Like, she struts down, like, clears the way. And then Violet's like, are you ready? I break it down. She coming out like motherfucking DX in my mind. Like, Get ready. Don't let me hurt you. Oh my God, this is a badass fight scene. Join us next chapter. Back, I promise. Anyway, so they're at the bar and they're having a drink, and Riddick is like, man, that was crazy. It's wild how the professor got scared of some fucking lightning after he whooped everybody's ass. And they're all like, hee hee hee, and they're all kind of talking, and it's pretty funny, right? So then they're doing that. The professor got scared. Oh yeah, everybody's gone out. They've seen the temples and they've been praying to the gods. And who prays to this God and that God and what's happening. I know that's gonna be important later. So we're gonna pay attention to the gods and because that's gonna be important later. So then that happens, and then all of a sudden, as they're sitting there talking, while they're talking too, we learn that motherfucking Riri's family is the real deal. And I'm starting to wonder if we might lose her because Riri and her family, they're doing so many good things, and I get scared because apparently Rebecca Yarros is like, once they reach a certain perfection, we just have to schmeckle them like fucking mustache. Anyway, so I'm worried, but Riri's family takes in Marin's brothers, the boys, right? So that's cool, and the parents are all happy about that. And she's like, yeah, no problem, my parents love it. And then motherfucking Dane, I'm working on being a better man, Atos shows up. And he's like, excuse me, Vi, can I talk to you? And everybody's like, everybody's kind of iffy about Dane because they know how he was, but then they feel sorry for him because they're like, damn, this guy's like a hole of himself after the way his bitch ass fucking Omega level Cho dad treated him and shit. So she's like, yeah, I got you. And he's like, hey, listen, I'm gonna get the books and stuff. I'll make sure I get them to you on Monday, right? And she's like, oh, fuck. All right, well, I guess this whole plan is in fucking Dane's hands because this shit's about to happen. So we'll find out what happens on Monday in the story. Join us for the next chapter coming up. Give Dane credit where credit's due. He fucking did it successfully. Now, we don't know if he did some sketchy bullshit on the motherfucking side, but right now it appears that he did some good shit. So we have the fucking books. We have the books. We have the technology. We can do it. All right. So, fucking mustache. So anyway, so they get the books and they go back and her and Riri were looking at them, right? And then as we're looking at the fucking books, it's like if y'all saw Da Vinci Code, you know the little, I got one, I just gotta find it. It's a little tumbler, like they put apple in it, but if you get it wrong, it breaks a vial and they got one, Dad got one of those, right? So they're trying to figure out the motherfucking code and they can't figure it out. And the one clue that they get is there's a little piece of paper that they can pull out. And it just says, first love is irreplaceable, right? And everybody's going to think, oh, your first love is Lilith and that. They're talking about some other things, possible boyfriend, possible violets. Fuck that shit. Anyway, digressing, and then that happens. So from there, they're all sitting and back in Professor Zayden's class in Signet sparring, right? And they're all sitting there making guesses like, could it be Lilith? What was fucking Mira's first boyfriend? Just even Eric is like, could it be? And they're like, don't say that bitch's name. So anyway, so they're sitting there now. Professor Zayden shows up and he's brought a teaching assistant today with him, right? And it's fucking Garrick. And they're like, what are you doing? He's like, hey, you gotta learn. So they all go and Garrick's fucking everybody up left and right with this wind and shit. And Riri's like, hey, I got my fucking idea. We're going in as a team. So it's their time. So as they're going in as a team, Garrick's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? And Riri's like, bitch, what are you talking about? Outside the wards, we fucking fight as a team. We fighting as a team here. Yeah. So they're like, hell yeah, that's a good idea. Fair enough. So they start going. And as this happens, at one point, Garrick kind of like, boom, he throws a little too close for comfort for fucking Zayden. And he about loses his fucking shit. And she's like, bitch, you gotta calm down. Like, he was too close to you. Like, all right, bitch, shit, slow the fuck down. Then all of a sudden, she's like, I got him. And then she's like, looks at him and she's like, ready? Flip 6-3 hole, let's go, I need a dagger. So they fucking, Riddick throws a dagger, Riri gets it to her, she fucking throws it at Garrick, boom, almost hits him, right? He's like, aha, you're close. And she goes, ah! And she's fucking shooting lightning into the sky, right? And as that's happening, other people are moving around, and Garrick, ice wall! And then she fucking goes to rush around, and then he's like, haha, you missed. And she goes, no, I didn't. Look down, bitch, because when she had her finger down here, right? I saw that. And she was shooting lightning right into the dagger that she shot behind him and was like, I could have schmeckled you anytime I wanted. What does Zayden do? Bereft! Oh, you're so marvelous. So everybody's happy. And then after that happens, we meet dun 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 Choden. Fucking his royal chodish ass fucking Holden shows up, right? Now, we're gonna keep this quick and short because I don't want to give this bitch ass too much more time. He comes down running his shit. Vi tells Zayden, hey, keep Eric hidden, because remember, Eric is Cam, fucking Choden's brother, right? So they're talking. We find out through conversation that Violet dated this bitch ass, and the dude cheated on her with a fucking redhead, and which makes sense because as he starts running down and he starts fucking talking to Violet about some shit like, hey, what about it? You got a man or nothing like that? And all of a sudden, he's like, hey, you know, blah, 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 blah. Maybe we could go out something. And Zayden's like, well, bam, and knocks his ass into the motherfucking wall. I'm not upset about it, but God, that's royalty, Zayden. Do you know what just happened? Shit. We'll talk about it. Join us in the next one. Zayden is wild as fuck, let me tell you. Okay, so then we go from there, and we flash to her and Rhea in the room, and they've been all working on the answers, and Violet is like, it's not simple, it's not the original answer. We got to think like my dad. He's a scribe. There's layers. You got to think, okay? Answer. It's mom's dragon. Why? Because if the dragon goes, the family goes. You see what I'm saying? So it's answer. So are you sure? We got to take a leap of faith. All right, so she puts it in. Dun, 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 dun. It is the right code. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We got the right code. We got the right code. We didn't ruin it. Hey. So they're looking through it, and fucking Riri's like, oh, cool. We got this cool little history book. And then it starts out, Dear Violet, this ain't a history book. This is a personal motherfucking book for you, my girl. And there's a message from Dad, right? Now, literally, when I say there's a message from Dad, it's like, Violet, this, that, and the other, fucking here's the truth, this, that, only trust fucking Mira. That sketches me right there. Like, only Mira. Do we not trust Zayden? I mean, he's already hard to trust because he's Vinny. Like, can we not trust anybody else? We know we might not be able to trust the dragon. Like, fuck. And then we're like, all right, so Dad knows some shit. Oh, shit, he knows. Oh, Daddy knows. I think he knows. All right, so Dad knows. Oh, and we find out his name is fucking Asher. I believe Dad's name was Asher. Yeah, so he seems pretty cool. So, all right, so then we go there, and then he's basically in the note, he says, hey, listen, hopefully we're reading this together. If we do, cool. Have fun trying to figure this shit out. If not, here, I'm going to give you the fucking TDRL Cliff Note Wise version, right? Basically, you got to go find the merchant in the Devil Island. I am not trying to pronounce that name. We did the best as long as we could. Welcome to Wise Beyond the Stories. The place is now called the Devil's motherfucking Island. So you gotta meet a merchant in the Devil Island, and the weapon, it'll be there, and then fucking, you gotta go beyond magic's reach. Magic is only on the continent, and then fucking Taryn jumps in for one. We haven't heard for Taryn, yes. Dragons don't leave because there's only magic on the continent and some other shit, right? So like, all right, cool. So we gotta find a way to get to the fucking Devil's Island. And then all of a sudden, knock, 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 and it's Zayd. Hello! And Zayden's like, what's up, babe? Oh, we need to talk. And she's like, ah, shit. So fucking Riri leaves. She closes her book, puts it away, right? And then she's like, Zayden's like, he comes again, back to jealous Zayden. He's like, did you love him? And she's like, what do you mean? Like, did you love him? Motherfucker, not like this, not like you and me, but what I thought was love. So yeah, technically I did. And he's just like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, are you fucking serious? Like, I'm really like upset with Zayden right now. Like, bitch, you shouldn't be like this. And then she was like, well, what about Cat? I never loved Cat. Like, oh my God, what a bitch. And then they get a little bit closer and stuff. And I thought we were going to do a little bit of, Olympics and Xbox. Wow. I thought we was going to get some, but nope, they got to stop it. And so they stop it, got to get control, got to stay in control. And then she's like, hey, my dad, I got the letter and we got to go to motherfucking Devil's Isle. And he's like, all right, cool, we got to go. So the whole plan is, this is the plan. They're going to get together. They have to go get a jewel name, like the something citrine. So they have to go get the jewel citrine from Queen Maria, or whatever, I believe is her name. Take that to the motherfucking discount tire dude and then Discount Tire is going to plan an appointment so they can go talk to the Queen of the Devil Island. What did you say? All while Captain fucking Bitch Tits Grady wants to go motherfucking north. And when do we want to leave, Violet? And she's like, ASAP. Like, how the fuck are we going to do this? The troop manifest, the fucking troop ticket? Like, how is this going to go? Do we need local? I don't even know. Anyway, we're going to be reading more tonight on live. Hopefully you'll join us then. What is happening? My mustache too. Anyway. Okay, so now that I got the light on, I can think straight. Yeah, that's what it was. Wise dumbass. Anyway. So they're looking and they're searching out, right? And everybody's doing their thing. And fucking Aurora's little bitch ass, she all takes off her glove and she got her flint ready and she's like, I'm ready for fire. And fucking Vi's like, what are you doing? No fucking magic and shit, not unless we absolutely need to. She's like, nah, you ain't catching me off motherfucking guard and shit. And she's like, bitch, put it down. And she's like, nah, motherfucker, I'm the wing leader. I'm pulling rank out here and shit. Like, what did you say? Like, oh my God, this fucking cuntapus. Yeah, she is a twat waffle level fucking 5 for sure. Okay, she's a cuntapus. It's a British word, TikTok. It's one of those new British wild animals. You see them all the time. Anyway, digressing. Okay, so then that happens, and then all of a sudden we hear Mira go, hey, I found it. And as soon as that happens, fucking boom, a door gets kicked open. And it's just fucking Grady coming in because he's all excited and shit, right? And then fucking goddamn Aurora's like, ah! Rrr, fucking Grady is on fire! But all of a sudden, everything else is on fire! Fire too! I lost my mustache, we'll fix it later. So now the building's on fire, so now we gotta fucking, oh no, Grady's on fire! We got no water welders or shit. Duh, dumbass team. So they're sitting there, they try to put him out. Oh no, Grady's gone! Oh no, Grady, bye. Douche. I feel bad. No, I don't. Anyway, so they start running. We gotta go. They start fucking running. They're running. And then Taryn's like, we're 60 seconds out. And they're like, oh shit, fucking, you gotta get out of here. No, if Tyne's here first, you go ahead and go. Mira's like, bet, I'm gonna go. She goes running up. Bah, bah, bah. Perfect, flawless maneuver. Up the foreleg, into the dragon saddle. Bam. Fucking Aurora's like, oh no, I get it. She's fucking running. And they're like, all right, we're coming. And fucking Taryn and them are like, 60 seconds out. He's flying in, right? And it's fucking Aurora. She goes fucking running out thinking it's her dragon, right? Thinking. Bitch ain't thinking at all. She comes running up and she gets into the open and you see a claw. And we're like, oh, cool. She's going to get grabbed up just like motherfucking Taryn and shit. Yeah, until a claw comes bulging out of her chest like, hello. Like, what the fuck balls, Batman? It's a wyvern! Oh, shit balls. So that fucking takes off. That wyvern goes, so that happens. She's like, Taryn, take us both. What did you say? I won't carry both of you. You got a motherfucker, trust me. Zayden's like, I got you, don't worry about it. So Zayden fucking opens up his mega shadows and shit. And Taryn fucking comes in and they fucking grab him. And then there's a wyvern in front. And Sgale fucks up the one wyvern that came over here. So bam, watch that one. Oh no, there's another wyvern. Watch out, Taryn. Taryn fucking up. Shh. He fucking banks. The shadows from Zayden come out. Vi pulls out her magic fucking orb doodle in the thingy, her conduit, and she reaches for light. Strikes the wyvern. She hit that motherfucker. Woo! Roasted wyvern, baby. Splat, carcass on the ground. We fucking made it. Holy shit. Woo! All right. So that happens. They fly back, get back to base with like fucking 3 hours to spare. And then, yeah, that fucking happened. Oh yeah, wait. And then after they get back to the base, we find out, Mira's like, hey, we got this. Also, here's a letter. It's a letter from Theophany, or Theophany as I like to call her. And it basically says, hey girl, listen, I'm not going to force you to come. You should really come see me of your own free will and shit. And I'll answer any question you want to ask. Just let me know when you're ready to talk. All right? Hit you up on the flip side. Like, what is just at this point, why don't you, okay, let's fucking talk. Like, what is happening? I don't know. Join us chapter 20 coming up. Fucking Theophany's wild. Walking up, right? Now we're going in this. Now Mira's supposed to be here, but she doesn't show up on time, which is kind of motherfucking sketchy, right? So now we got to go to the briefing in the scenario, which I call the room of chode, okay? Because we've got fucking so much chode in this room. We've got Choden, Omega level chode. We got fucking Colonel Chodos, Omega level chode. And we got, I said, yeah, we had Cholden, yeah, the air, Chodos. Oh, and we got Chodem, fucking Markham in this bitch. That's so much fucking chode, like I don't even know what to do. It's disgusting. So they're in there, and they give her a scroll with like what's happening. And Zayden, he's over at the end of the table, like feet up on the table, like, what the fuck up? And you're like, this ain't gonna go well. And they fucking gave Violet like this scroll, and it's like, we're gonna do this. And she's like, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck this shit. That ain't happening. And she starts listing her demands and going back and forth, left and right. And they want to go fucking search Arisha. And she's like, oh, hell no. Fuck this shit. If you don't do it, we out this bitch. And she's playing the game so fucking good. And then she ends up saying, they're like, all right, cool. You know what? Fine. Make your motherfucking team. But if this shit fucks up, it's on you, and we do it our way. Because Markham's even like, we're going to do it this way. And she's like, bitch, you be holding all the information. You're not trusted. So she shows it, right? And then after it's finally done, this might be my favorite line in the entire book right now. Fucking Mira turns to her and says, all right, to his credit, he lifts his head, sucks in a breath in his teeth, and he says, heard, right? Excellent. She pats him on the shoulder and stands dismissing. Cat glaring before me, turning my way. You get one chance to form your own squad. Squad! And you choose your ex, your current lover, the quadrant resident smartass, 2 people who've tried to schmeckle you in the past year, 1 over said current lover, and whatever Dane is. Those are your choices for the most important mission any writer could possibly undertake. And her response is, or then Tarn says, I'm glad someone chimed in. And then Violet's comeback is, but I picked you too. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Okay, off to Discount Tire. Join us for the next one. Holy shit. Feely and Vi and shit. And that's pissing Zayden off. So Zayden's like, you know what? I'm gonna play some shit. After like, we gotta double up rooms and everything. And so they go, and then they're like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Zayden's like, he fucking touching you. And then he just starts this whole, when we get there, he just runs. He's like, hey, I ain't listening to you. You'll do what I say. He's like, so you saying I'm not a professor? Goddamn mustache. Like, I'm not the professor? Nah, you're like, I'm a duke and you're not a duke and I'm the highest in command. So he's like, so you're telling me I'm not here in my professor, I'm not a teacher right now? And he's like, nah, bitch, you ain't shit. I'm in charge. He's like, bet. Since I ain't no teacher, let's go to bed, Violet. And carries her ass upstairs because like her knee's about to fucking go. Like she's fucking Dunyan rings, okay? So that shit happens. Like he got this motherfucker so pissed that like he used fucking mustache. He held fucking holding anger against him, right? So that was pretty cool. And then they get up in their bedroom and they're having some conversation talking about this, that, and the other. And did we find him cute or all this other bullshit? And then all of a sudden we get it all. And I'm like, I swear to God, if they get interrupted, if Brennan is somehow fucking here, I'm about to lose my shit because this dude always be knocking on the door. But it's not. They answer the door and it's fucking Discount Tire manager, right? And he's like, hello. Like, look, I kind of like the guy, but I'm kind of still sketchy of him. He gives me, listen, I know we compared him to the Collector and shit, but the vibes he's given me is when we first met fucking Emor. If y'all remember me, y'all remember fucking Emor, right? Emor from that one? Yeah, he's giving me those vibes. Like, I think he's gonna be a cool dude, but he fucking seems sketchy as shit to me right now. But he's sitting there talking to Plan. He's like, hey, listen, maybe we don't let fucking Choden fucking fly in the basket because, you know, he's royalty and the king over there only wants to talk to royalty. We got a cat butt coming in. Look at that. You saw the strip cat butt. That's the first one today. Anyway, so that happens, and they're like, so listen, why don't me and Choden, we'll take our fucking fastest boats, and then you show up 12 hours. Cat, I try, yeah. Oh, she just headbutted the book. You see that, guys and gals? Anyway, so she coming again. What is happening? Triple bypass. Anyway, so he's like, why we gotta come 12 hours later, Viscount? Why? Why we gotta come 12 hours later? Why don't we just fly? Very fucking sketchy. So they're like, all right, cool. Yeah, that's what happens. And then they fucking leave. And then they're flying out the next day. They're over the water and they're flapping the wings, right? Fucking Adarna's all running her mouth like Adarna fucking does, because, you know, that's what Adarna does. And she's like, I can do it. And all of a sudden, wham, no motherfucking magic. You see Adarna go fucking drop. Taryn's like, I've got you. Fucking grabs her, clips on. Adarna's bond ain't there. Taryn, I can't talk to Shigale. What the fuck? Everything's happening. She can't talk to fucking Zayden. God dang mustache. Maybe you'll stay there. Fucking Zayden can't talk to it. We've lost comms. We're in a comms blackout. Shit. I don't know what to do. Join us next time. Aren't you? She's going to sneak around. Dang it, I put up a wall. It didn't work. Everybody, welcome to our co-host, Toe, Handsome Cat Butt. All right, so anyway, you're just plopping right there. And she's coming back around. All right, anyway, are you stopping? What are we doing here? I'm trying to film. This is why nobody takes me seriously. For real, it's Cat Butt, but digressing. All right, so fucking Takaris comes out looking all fucking, I said it before, I'll say it again. I like Takaris, but he's sketchy as hell. He's kind of like the creepy uncle, I guess. I don't know. Digressing, but he's like, oh, welcome. Who wants hugs and shit? And he's like, all right. So they're motherfucking tiki-talkie, right? And when they land, Cat Butt coming. When we land, motherfucking, we find out, like, they land, and fucking Riddick's dragon, Atrium was all like, and spits the goop on him, because they can't talk. I can't understand what you're saying. Why are you fucking getting pissed at me and shit? So Vi's like, we're the only ones that can talkie now. And they're like, oh shit, that's not good. So then fucking Discounts comes out. Oh, you made it. Hello. Okay, listen. Children's upstairs sleeping. It's like 9 a.m. He's still sleeping. He doesn't have to meet with the king until like 3 o'clock. And they're like, all right, cool. And then he's like, so your dragons, they can go eat over there in the fields. It's like a buffet for them. Have whatever they want, but only in the field. Only in the field, okay? And then they're like, all right, cool. And then Riddick's like, hey, we gonna need some horses. He's like, what did you say? Like, yeah, we needed... Violet wants to go into town and look all inconspicuous, incognito and stuff. And he's like, yeah, incognito. So they go, that's my disguise, right? So they're like, all right, cool. So then that happens. And then they get on the horse. They're getting on the horses and they're talking about this, that, and the other. And he's like, all right, this is where your rooms are at. And they're like, cool, appreciate you. And then she goes to turn around and walks away really quick. And we see our boy Zayden. Now listen, we're seeing Zayden is definitely like a fucking onion, right? This dude, he might be like a dodecahedron or something. He got so many sides to him. We've seen Cadet Zayden, Lieutenant Zayden, Revolutionary Leader Zayden, Dark Shadow Daddy Zayden, Professor Zayden, Jealous Zayden, and now we're seeing Peaceful, Calm, Happy Zayden. What the fuck is Peaceful Zayden? We're gonna have more conversations about this. My mustache. I think it's because like there's no magic and stuff, so he's like, he's not feeling the pressure and he's peaceful. But it's so peaceful and calm that for the first time in her life, Violet's like, you know what? I might take fucking this discount tire manager's deal about this fucking special he's got running, and we might just stay here and say, fuck them all. Damn. Join us for the next one. Like, yeah, we're looking for the shop. It's like 2 streets are up around the corner, take a left at Albuquerque, right? And and then they're there, and it's called Tombs and Titles. Yeah, Tombs and Tales. And then like they're Zayden about the pouch, and they're talking, and like, hey, what's so happy? Because Zayden and Dane seem to be friendly, and they get on the horse, and it's like, yeah, we spoke the universal language of gems because different currency and shit, right? And then Zayden gave Dane a compliment. He's like, hey, good job. What? Even Dane's like, what the fuck is happening right now? We're just throwing. All right, sure, of course, yes, sure. Okay, compliments to Dane. Let's go. Woo, even fucking, okay, whatever. Anyway, digressing. So we get up on a cobblestone and to ride more into town, and they find this fucking bookstore. Now, the name of the bookstore is, again, Tombs and Tales. Now, for a second, I thought it was Tales as in dragons, but it's Tales, Tales. Okay, so Tombs and Tales. And this bookstore, now, picture with me, remember, this whole city is like underneath the floor. Big, massive fucking tree, like the Keebler elves, right? but human size. So you can walk in and then it's just fucking massively, like however beautifully you can picture this fucking tree as a bookstore of your favorite bookstore with however you want to decorate it, right? Now take that in your mind, however you can picture it if you can, and then multiply it by 1,000. And that's how fucking beautiful this place is, right? So they walk inside this beautiful bookstore, but there are some sketchy ass looking people up in here, and they're looking at these sketchy ass people. The group are Quest Squad walking in, right? So they walk in, and everybody kind of goes and gets in their places, and there's people fucking looking around, and it's all sketchy as fucking shit. And then they go to ask a question, and then some dude makes a move at Violet, like, ah! And Zayden, he was over here on the back corner just like chilling in the shadow. He found the one place with the shadows, right? And he's sitting there and they walk up and he's, boom, him motherfucker kicks a chair, it slides forward, knocks the dude down, Violet pulls the dagger in the dude and fucking all of a sudden it's like, stop the bullshit! And one of the cool, Nelly shows up. Nelly. I like motherfucking Nelly. Nelly's like, what the fuck is happening? Stop this. Like, she demands control, okay? She fucking demands control of this shit. And she is like, all right, hell no. Listen, look around. Stop this bullshit. I'm gonna need you to put my motherfucking chair back. Satan's like, oh, yes, ma'am. Puts it back. She's like, Urson, get up off the motherfucking ground. You're bleeding all over the goddamn place. Oh, what is happening? And then Nelly fucking looks and she goes, oh, you must be Ashen Sorengale's daughter, here for the books. What did you say? Join us for the next one. What the fuck? And they said how they don't believe in gods, okay? And it's basically, they don't believe in gods. They call it science. They don't call it faith. They call it something else. And then circumstance or coincidence. Sorry, yeah. And then divine intervention is love, and then et cetera, and it's all that, right? And they're like, okay. And then they're like, so we would just, how did this fucking go? Oh, yeah. So they're sitting here talking, right? And about the books and stuff. And she's, so she goes, we consider divine intervention, we call love. She flourishes alchemy, two substances combined to make something new, not like what's between us. Not like what's between the two of you. And she glances between Zayden and me and sets her hands on her chest. My heart twists if she only knew how close she was to my very thoughts from earlier today. She wiggles her fingers at Zayden. I heard you saying you'd kill my grandson if he took another step towards your beloved young man. How illogically, toxically romantic of you. Have to admit, that kind of confident violence isn't what I pictured when Asher talked about you. But the brown hair, I guess those brown eyes, and how utterly smitten he predicted you two would eventually be for each other. Well, he described you almost perfectly. Dane Atos, right as she's looking at Zane. What did you say? She thought fucking Zane was Dane? At this point, fucking Mira loses. Like, if we would have been there, I'm surprised Riddick didn't fucking die of like an burst appendix from laughing so hard. I don't even know if that's possible. But fucking Mira, oh shit, she starts snorting. She's got a fucking exit stage left. Like, oh my God, what the fuck is happening? Behind the bookshelf, right? Oh my, we're all just motherfucking dying laughing away. She's like, wait, what? And so we have to go through that whole scene. And then they're like, all right, stop. Time out. This is almost as bad as when we were on a live and we went from reading Onyx Storm to talking about Costco and Mayo. If you know, you know. You just had to be there. So, okay, anyway, digressing. Focus. I'm just like them now. Focus. Okay, so then we're here. She's like, all right, let's get back to the question at hand, the books. And she's like, all right, lots of questions. You need to answer 3 questions, right? And then the first question is like, what's the name of the book? Like, that's a BS question. Answers the name. And then she's like, next question. And then Violet is like, oh, this is more, I already know this, but it's more to make Dane believe. And then the answer ends up being some public notice, like 433323. And then Dane's like, no, wait. And but he had to think about it. And then finally it comes to, he's like, oh shit, yeah. Okay, yeah. And then it's another question about like why things happen in the history of a certain battle. And I might get this wrong, so please don't get it. But if I'm not mistaken, basically what happened is the people of the Dragon's Isles were promised by one group, I believe it was the Corvish, that if they helped them, that those people would deliver dragons so they could, and we know you ain't doing that. So since that failed, that's where something about the Midnight Massacre came along. I think that's how it goes. I might be wrong, but that's the way it is, right? So then they get that. She's like, yeah, you are your daughter's, your dad's daughter. And then gives her 6 fucking tomes, and each tome has a different motherfucking lock on it, all right? There's a lot of sketchy stuff about these tomes and the number of tomes, and I have some theories bubbling, but I need some more information before I bring them to the voices. But anyway, digressing. So that's very interesting. So they do that, and then they get back, and then we get this bath. She in the bathroom, right? She taking a nice hot bubble bath in this badass tub, and she thinking about shit, and Zayden comes in. And Zayden comes in and only a towel. And there's a conversation that they kind of have about some stuff. And yeah, listen, I'm not going to lie. They're about to, I think next chapter gets spicy, but they're having a conversation, but he's in a towel. And it ends up with them kissing. I don't remember the conversation, and it's not that important, I don't think. But maybe it is. But woo! I'm still trying to figure out these books. Anyway, join us next time. Here we go. Fuck. Turn the favor, because, once you help me with my level, I always have to help you with your level. That's the only way it goes, folks. If you're not helping your partner solve the levels, what are we really doing here? I'm just saying. So she goes to kind of return the favor. He's like, yeah, you got to grip the joystick really tight or it doesn't work well. I don't know. I think one of the sensors is broken. So she grabs that thing and starts just, and it's working good. Okay. Woo! Hey, slow down. The level's coming too quick. If you don't take your time, we're going to pass through this level and not enjoy it. So then they're like, okay, cool. So they slow down a little bit, right? And then they're like, hey, the bad guys are coming. Let's go. And all of a sudden they start going at it. And they're running down this hall like at a really good pace, right? And he's talking to her like, you can do this. And every time he's doing it, he's stressing the importance of every step you take on this level. You know what I'm saying? So they're sitting there going, and then finally they get to the end. Hallelujah. Level passed. Gold medal. Let's do it again. Yep, that's right. That was in the gold medal round. That was the first round. And then they have to go to round 2. Now, this is a gold medal round, apparently. And I tell you what, same thing again. Slow and steady gets the pace. And he's like, hurry up. I need you to come to the finish line with me. Hurry. Bam! She crosses the finish line. They are sitting there. They're so tired. They worked them out. They was like in an eternal or a champ level lobby on that game, right? That shit was hard. Definitely very hard. So they finally finished. They calm down. They're trying to get their breaths. And all of a sudden it's, you gotta be shitting me. Okay, is this Brennan now? Nope, still not Brennan, thank God. But apparently it's everybody fucking else. What do you mean? We got Mira there. We got fucking Riddick there. We got Kat there. What is happening right now? Riddick's like, excuse me, pardon me. They're trying to figure out what to do. You're schmecking, I'm schmecking. We can't. You go hide in the bathroom. Zayden answers the door. What's up? Riddick's like, sorry. Kat's like, we got an issue here. Dane's like, stop yelling at him through the door. And Mira's like, open a fucking door. So they open a door. Riddick looks in, he goes, oh, damn, you broke a table. Wait, didn't you break an armoire before? Like, for real, IKEA's budget, oh my God, their billing office is loving these two. Anyway, digressing, so that happens. And basically, we have found out that the motherfucking king decided he wants to keep Choden. And I was, who gives a shit? Let him go. He's a chode. Why the fuck do we care? But apparently, Violet's like, no, we've got to save my ex-boyfriend that cheated on me, who's the heir and a real douche, but he's got a cooler brother. But sure, we're gonna go. So apparently we're on a mission to save a chode. Oh, how do you go from that to this? Anyway, I don't know. Join me next time. With no ceiling. What do you do if it rains? You get witch, and we have a party in the rain. Anyway, so they're sitting there, and then we got the king, and we got Discount, and we got motherfucking Choden. And Choden is all fucking pissed and huffy being a bitch. They look like they just finished dinner, right? And they're about to bring out the motherfucking dessert. And then the guy, Blue Sash, is like, I present Zayden Royerson and his coruscant fucking Violet Soren Sale. Bitch, it's Soren Gale. I fuck up names, and I don't even fuck up her name, so you're a dummy. Anyway, so that happens, and then she's looking, Violet, cat butt sneaking in. And she looks at, Violet looks at fucking Choden's like, what the fuck did you do? What do you mean what I do? What the fuck did you do? And fucking Cortland is like, I like it. This is fucking, we ain't waiting. What's really, dude, you are just holding that cat butt. It's like, what's like just holding it. And then Zayden's like backing up like, what did you do? And he's like, I did what I was supposed to do. I tried to fucking connect diplomatic relations to get a starting point and fucking blah, blah, blah. And then when he wouldn't take the deal, I made an offer and he goes, slam! And he slams a knife like right between in his hand and the fucking king did a bang. And Choden's like, ah! He's screaming. The red stuff's running all over the place. Like, oh my God. And they're like, oh my God, just pull it out and wrap your hand up. Shut the fuck up. So they go through this. And then basically motherfucking Choden offered the fucking king the dagger of Erisha, which wasn't his to fucking offer. So that pissed him off because he don't like that bullshit, right? So when he does that, he's like, all right, so how do I know what you want? And Zayden like starts pulling off his backpack and he's like, listen, I would like to rediscuss them communications. And he's like, oh yeah, really? Hang on. And he goes, snaps his fingers and then 3 white panthers, white albino, I don't know if they're albino or just white panthers. I don't know if they're the same thing or different. I'm not a panther expert. But 3 panthers come out and they're like, Shira, Shara, and eat your face off her. And they're coming out and they're bringing the dessert out. Now the chefs and the peoples are bringing out dessert with the copper and the lid covers, right? So they're sitting there waiting and the panthers are they're crawling. And he's like, listen, my panthers know if you lie and shit, bitches. So guess what? Don't motherfucking lie. Zayden, why are you here? And he's like, I want to restore diplomatic relations and blah, 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 blah. Why should I trust you? Who do I know who you're going to be loyal to? Who's your loyalty to stand with? And he's like, that's easy. Violet, motherfucker. Wherever she is, I'm going to protect. That's all I give a shit. Everybody else, fuck everything. It's Violet and then Trenendare. That's it. And he's like, oh shit. And this is where motherfucking goddamn fucking Choden doesn't know how to keep his motherfucking mouth shut. He's like, he can't do that. And god damn it, this is where fucking the king pulls out some shit and he goes, you know what? You need to shut the fuck up, you thief. You can't call me a thief. And he's like, motherfucker, how about this? You've been stealing some shit. And what did you say? And he's like, yeah, you stole a bunch of precious artifacts. And you know what? And how we know it? And they lift up the motherfucker. They caught Raggedy Ann in the fucking vault. She don't motherfucking eat your face off, jumps up on the table and starts eating it. And fucking goddamn, the King Cortland's like, you know what? This is how the chapter ends. I'm just going to read it to you right now. The Cortland sighs, then reaches for his goblet and takes a drink. I have heard enough. This grows tedious. Takaris may live. Kill the rest. What the fuck is happening? Fight our way out! Battle ready! Join us next time. Ixnay Schmildnay 12 fucking guards, just like that. Motherfucker, Choden's face down on the ground, basically pissing himself. It's like, what the fuck is happening? So they're like, oh shit. So they're doing that. Violet is like, Adarna, Terran, we need some motherfucking help. So they fucking come running in and she's like, we gotta do this, we gotta fucking hide. So Terran, tell fucking Sigale to get over here. So she's trying to calm Zayd down, like, look at me, focus, like looking at his eyes and shit, right? He's calming down. Cortland's losing his shit, fucking about to send the fucking Panthers going crazy. Terran and Sigale are hiding behind the trees. And then Adarna comes in the middle of nowhere and she grabs fucking Shira, motherfucking panther, right? And she grabs this panther and hold it in the mouth, right? Like, what did you say? Like, it's about to be a tic-tac for her. And Cortland's like, no, my baby, what are we doing with my baby? So she's like, listen, we gonna work a deal out, okay? Let's just make a motherfucking deal, okay? But first off, I gotta take care of my mans right here, okay? So she's like, Zayden, go back to Erisha. I'll see you in a motherfucking week or so, right? When you get back to Bad Guy. Now take your ass out of here now. Get out of here, boy. I'm mad at you. You're fucking not supposed to be using magic. We are not enablers around here, okay? Anyway, digressing. So he goes and gets out of there and gets on Sigale, and then he goes to motherfucking Erisha because he was sucking on the magic and shit. But he had to save it. All right, so now we got fucking Cortland, King Cortland, and motherfucking Choden's little bitch ass on the fucking ground. I think he gets up at this point. He's a little fucking bitch. I don't even want to talk about him. So then it's Vi and King Cortland, and they're making negotiations, okay? And she's like, listen, what do we got to do, buddy? We got to make a deal. Let's make a deal. All right. Behind door number 1, I let my dragons roam free. And we just say, fuck it. And we pretend like we're Daenerys Targaryen on the final episode of fucking Game of Thrones. You know, the shitty one? Yeah, that was. And we can play that. Or we can talk about some shit. Like, you know what I mean? But what do you want to do? You're not getting the fucking dagger of Arisha. And I know Vec and Zayden was trying to give you the sword of Trenador, but that shit ain't happening either, all right? That shit's going back with us. So I tell you what, here's my proposal, right? I'll give you the citrine that I was originally going to offer you, right? Bet. Okay, and I tell you what, now I got this for you. And she opens up her motherfucking rucksack, right? And she pulls out, I know it looks like a crown, but it's an egg. It's a partial dragon egg. And it's Adarna's dragon egg. And she's like, this is a motherfucking Irid egg. You know what I'm saying? For all the dragons. He's like, what do you mean? And he's like, how do I know? He's like, look over there. And Adarna's gone camouflage. And you just see her panther, the panther Shira, like floating in the air. And Adarna's like, I'm about to start drooling if you don't hurry the fuck up and shit. And she's like, okay, calm down. You're doing good. And Cortland's like, I tell you what, you know what? I think I like this deal. I tell you what, I would just like to make one counter offer if you could. And she's like, all right, well, what do you got? And she's like, I tell you what, I get the citrine and the motherfucking egg, right? I get the citrine and the egg, and that little bitch ass never comes back to my motherfucking island again. And she's like, let's make a deal, buddy. So they motherfucking shake hands, and now they've agreed that they will get to search the Isle of Umbril first, right? So they're going to search the Isle of Umbril first, and then it ends this motherfucking chapter very, very sketchy with me, because after that, so it's like, you will begin in Umbril, will you not? It's the closest to the main island after all. Cortland waits for me to nod, then eyes Adarna's shell before stepping around the table toward me. If you're amenable, there is another trade I might be able to broker for you. I'm listening. What do you mean another trade? And then we don't get any more. See, that's what I don't like. There's some shit that we don't fucking know. And it's gonna bite us in the ass. But anyway, one more chapter coming up. Join us in. They're going that way. Like, they're moving back that way, waiting for them to fall, and then they're gonna try to like blitzkrieg in through that way maybe and shit, right? So that's crazy. And then they're back doing training and stuff. And as they're doing training, like Garrick and who else is it? Garrick and Bodhi are doing the training, and Professor Carr's there as well. Now, Professor Carr, he's still a fucking chode. He's letting people get awfully close to being hurt, and they're supposed to not do that. And Garrick's trying to yell at him. Anyway, it's very, very frustrating on the mat and shit. So they're doing that. And then as they're sitting there, they're doing the training, looking up at the fighting, but they're also studying the books. Like, she got all the locks off the books. We don't know the names of the codes. We didn't get that information, but her and Dane, they worked it out. They got all their fucking codes and all the books open, and everybody's reading the shit, this, that, and the other. And people are fighting on the mat. Okay, so that's happening. So that goes there. And then as they're doing that, it has been like 6 or 7, or 8 or 9. I don't know. It's like 8 days, I think. And then Zayden still hasn't fucking come back yet, but he should be. Like, how much did he take? Too much power. What the fuck is Choden? Why did we really need that guy? I mean, seriously. Could we have said something? Could a hole have landed in the basket? I'm just saying. Anyway, digress. And so as they're sitting there, they're going through the books and stuff, and like all the first years show up. So like Sloane and all of them show up, right? Now, if I'm not mistaken, Sloane, do you have a thing for Dane? Dane? Did I read that right? Maybe I did. Dane? Okay. I mean, he's not my taste, but you go, girl. I ain't gonna hold it back to you. But then it's kind of funny, because then Dane is kind of getting on to Sloane, because Sloane is afraid to trade her signet. Now, I'm kind of worried about Sloane, because if you think about Sloane is a siphon. She drains power. What is a Vinny? They're like what? I'm very worried about Sloane at this point, okay? So they're arguing back and forth, like training the second signets and stuff, and they're doing that. Excuse me. And then she's giving them the books, and finally they're like, we don't want to fucking help. Like, we can't go out there. There's too much stuff. And they're like, no, no, no. And they're like, listen, motherfucker, Lim helped you. Help me help you. And then finally, okay, they break it all down. So they're finally helping out. And then all of a sudden, Zayden shows up out of the middle of nowhere. He's like, hey, how you doing? And she's like, wants to go running. He's like, We're back at campus now, right? But they got their mind talkie back. And he's like, oh, she's like, yeah, cool. So then she goes up to him and walks. But his eyes, they're still amber, but they're not gold. They're not changing. He's not changing. What's happening? So it's very, very, very motherfucking scary, right? So that as she's doing that, she's also talking to, I think it's, because Garrett got to tell it. She's talking to, I think it's Bodhi. And she's asking him about the second signet. And he's like, no, I don't have the second signet. She's like, bitch, I know. I don't have one like motherfucking Zayden. I don't have one. And okay, yeah. So we figured that. And then they're all talking about the next missions coming up in fucking Arisha, or not Arisha, but the Isles. But it's going to take too long. They don't have enough time. They can't do it all. So like, fuck, what are we going to do? It's like, we can't do it. The wards are failing. We're losing fucking Zayden. I don't know what to do. Fuck it. We're just going to do whatever the fuck we want to do. So when we have to fucking leave, like, we're supposed to go explore the island and then come back and then report back and then go back and recover and report. They're like, next time we go, we're just fucking wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and we're doing our own goddamn shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, is this really a good idea? But then it's cool. And then as she's talking to Bodhi, it was Bodhi about this signet. Then she's also like, hey, you got my stuff? And he's like, yeah, I got your stuff. And then she gives him the serum and the antidote, right? And then that's to make sure the magic you know what I mean? For the interrogation in case fucking maybe Zayden loses it too much and shit. So it's like, yeah. And then fucking Bodhi's like, hey, when you go next time, take fucking Garrett. Just in case. Like, fuck. I'm scared. And of course, let's just add a little bit of spice on top of this, and not that good spice, right? As they're trying to plan all of this shit, remember, they're on the training mat fighting, and all of a sudden you hear some freaking second-year girls get scared because some fire on She freaks out and starts draining power from the ground. And Car just walks up, snaps her neck like it's nothing. Like, what are we doing? That was a test. So what are we doing? I don't know. But that's where we're at now, folks. I'm scared. Join us next time. I just want to put it. They're going to break all the rules on these missions. They're not going to come back after every island. That's going to get them in motherfucking trouble. And now they got fucking Choden about to go whine the motherfucking daddy. Shit's not about to be good. I can just tell you that right now. Oh yeah. Plus they're going to an island where they believe the currency is blood sacrifice. And if you don't take a fight, you're a fucking cowardice ass bitch. That's all I'm going to say. What are we getting into, folks? Last half of this book is gonna go fucking wild. Anyway, digressing wise, focus. Okay, so they take their 2 days. How long? I got my notes up here. Hang on. Yeah, so it takes like 2 days. So they fly to the Devil's Isle, right? Was it Devilrill? Yeah, so they fly to the Devil's Isle, and then they stay there for fucking 2 days to rest the fucking dino chickens, right? The griffins. So they're sitting there, and while they're there, motherfucking Violet is noticing, hey, Mira, what kind of bracelets you got there, girl? Why we got bracelets? And she notices the runes and the knots, and they understand that the rune magic is still somewhat working, so they got to figure out which ones can work. And then she's like, hey, where'd you go, sis? Like, you was on leave and shit. Like, where'd you go about leaving? And she's noticing the bracelet with the wraps and the runes, and she knows it's familiar, and she can't. And Mira's like, she went to go see her fucking grandmama, right? Now, apparently this grandmama, I don't think this grandmama like Daddy Asher, Daddy Sorengale. I think like there was nobody talked to grandmama, but apparently nobody heard grandmama's story. So I don't know. So this is family drama. It's going to be really fucking cool. So then that happens, and then they waited 2 days, and then they're trying to figure some shit out, and then they fucking fly to the Isle of Umbral, which is also the Isle of Dune, which, if I'm not mistaken, Dune is the guy to fucking schmeckelin, right? Oh, this is why I knew. We're working on a whiteboard, folks, so I can have all this stuff. And anyway, digressing. So we're going to have that there, and they're going there, and they're on the island, and they're all motherfucking setting up, and they're sleeping comfortably, and all of a sudden, they get woken up, and somehow Zayden manages, after a dude sneaks up on him, they're sleeping, and he's like, ha! And he got a knife at that guy's throat, and they're ready to run. Let's get ready to rumble. That's what's gonna happen. So here it ends. Here's how it ends. The soldier's brown eyes widen as I palm my dagger and glance over his leather armor, spotting the weak joints at his elbows and beneath his arms. It's been dyed the same pale green as he leaves the trees, an emblem of 2 crossed swords over a horseshoe stamped in his chest plate. I don't remember that one. It's fine. Zayden sits up slowly, keeping the dagger's edge at the base of the soldier's throat. As he retreats, we brought blades. Zayden's like, bring it, bitch, I ain't scared. All right, anyway, join us, chapter 30, next time. For that to happen, we found out, well, it's history, but Daddy Asher in the books and shit, they like to do a lot of trial by combat. It's Fight Club on the Isle of Umble, right? So they're like, all right, cool. We gonna go fight your people, but you gotta leave some of your peoples here. We ain't taking everybody. So then Violet's looking and she ends up taking, hang on, I got my notes. She takes Zayden, Eric, Kat, and Dane, okay? So she takes them with them and stuff. So then they're like traveling to the capital of Istal. So they're taking there and they're looking at like this big fight arena and the people in the crossbows and shit. It's all fucking crazy. So they see this big ass temple and there's 6 pillars. 1, 2, 3, like 6 of them, right? And as they're looking at the pillars are kind of like theirs back at Basgiath, right? They got the symbols on them. They got a sword, a fire, hang on, I'm with my notes. A shield, claw, and then a book. Right, shield, fire, water. Shield, fire, water. Sword, fire, water, shield, claw, and book. Fuck, I could. Sword with shield. Anyway, digressing. So, okay, so they have that on there, right? Now, as they're sitting there and they're like looking at all these pillars and kind of walking up, all of a sudden a bunch of priestesses and shit. Like the religious kind of priestesses, not the like, I'm a princess priestesses, like a priestesses and shit. And like they walk out and they all got silver motherfucking hair like Violet. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Violet, what's happening? Join me for the next one. You gotta win 2 out of 3, and they're all at the same time. It's a Royal Rumble. Not really, but it's pretty cool. Like, anyway, so Zayden's like, all right, I'm gonna go in. So Zayden, he's gonna fight himself. What's that guy? Costa. I don't know if it's Bob Costa or whatever, but Costa. Costa's a big ass motherfucker. He's scary as shit, right? And they're taking his stuff off, and they got to take a blade and they cut his arm. It's like it's a blood sacrifice. Like not a sacrifice, but tribute. They're paying tribute. So they little blood tribute to the god of war, Dune. And then that happens, and then Zayden jumps in, and then the priestess is like, nah. Like I said, we fighting 3. So then all of a sudden, fucking the priestess is like, hey, Dane, you're gonna go fight. So she fucking grabs Dane and cuts him, and he goes in, and Dane's got to fight this Palta. Yeah, Palta. Like Jake Peralta from Brooklyn? No, not Jake Peralta, okay? That guy is pretty funny. This guy is an asshole and fucks Dane up. But we'll talk about that later. So anyway, this is that. And then Eric's about to go fight. And they're like, no, bitch, you can't fight. You're the motherfucking future. We need you to be the fucking future king because your daddy's a chode and your motherfucking brother's a super chode, Omega chode. So you gotta stay here. And then all of a sudden, as the priestess is talking and they're sitting there like fight, she's like, the priestess looks at Violet and she goes into this whole like, so did you choose to be a rider? And she's like, well, what do you mean? She's like, yeah. She's like, so would you choose it again? And she's like, well, I choose him. And we don't know if she's talking about Zayden or Taryn, but either way, she's choosing either one of them over these motherfucking priestesses shit. And she's like, well, if you chose them, I guess it's good we didn't go on with your dedication. What do you mean that? Where did you come from, Violet? What the fuck is happening? Did you come from the island and you had to sneaky off because Dad found an egg and shit and y'all had to run for your life? What is happening here? Like, are you really? Okay, anyway, I don't know. We're going to figure it out. But anyway, so as the priestess does that, she's talking, and then she just decides to go, oops, I cut your wrist. What did you say? And you're fighting too now, and boom. Okay, Violet's fighting. There's our 3. So we got Zayden fighting Costa. We got Dane fighting Palta, and we got motherfucking Violet fighting fucking Marlis, right? What the fuck is happening? I don't know. Anyway, join us coming up next. What is it? 32 coming up next. 32. 2. Anyway, here we go. You can't see me. Like she in a statue and shit, right? So she's like, you can't see me. She go invisible, but you can just see the eyeballs like twinkling and shit. And this shit is, rain starts coming down more. Like, what is happening? I'm starting to think that motherfucking Adarna's the power, and the lightning is something, and fucking Violet is just a conduit herself or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, digressing. I gotta figure this out. So anyway, as the battle starts going on, the fucking, so she goes and then she does this cool move where she like fucking fakes in, gets her off, jumps in, and she like fucking shoulder block, boom, boom, boom. Okay, you're over there. And she gets her, and she rolls on top of her, right? And she gets on top, and she's got her knees up on her chest, her arms down, and she's like, yield, yield. And fucking Martis is like, nah, bitch, look. Dane knocked the fuck out. She looks over at Dane, holding the daggers. Fuck, yield, Dane, wake up. Dane ain't waking the fuck. He knocked the fuck. You been knocked the fuck out. And then she looks over at Zayden. Zayden's losing. What? I ain't gonna lie. I was getting scared a second. All right, little second. Finally, Violet's like, I got this. She takes her fucking dagger. Woo! She fucking yeets that shit. Bam! It hits Costa in the shoulder. That buys Zayden enough time. He gets up, grabs it, flips him over. Ha-ha! Winner! Winner! Chicken dinner. All right, we won. They fucking yielded it and shit. So we win the fucking fight. They get Dane up. He got a concussion. He feeling a little funny and goo. I feel a little funny, Dane. So they get up, and then Marlis is like, bet. You can talk to the queen. You got 2 questions. And she's like, cool, when do we meet her? She's like, I'm right here, motherfucker. You're the queen? Well played, Marlis. Well played. Fought your own fight. Okay, cool. And then she's like, you get 2 questions. And Eric, come ask a question. Nah, bitch, Eric didn't beat me. You beat me. You gotta ask some motherfucking questions. Like, okay, cool. So she's like, would you like to join an alliance? And she's like, nah, bitch. And another, like, why won't you join us? And she's like, because you can't afford us, and I don't want to go fighting off at the island. Why do we peaceful, we good. I don't want to fight up there. But if we did, you couldn't afford the price. And she's like, what do you mean we couldn't afford the motherfucking price? And she's like, listen, you can't afford a price. We ain't gonna go fight your war, but I'll let you chill on my island. You can, when you on your quest squad adventures, you can chill here. You can farm over there and like hunt and shit over there, right? Cool. And she's like, all right, cool, fine, whatever, I guess. I'll take it if I can, but what's the price? Just tell me. And she's like, bitch, it's the same price everybody wants. Dragons. You ain't getting shit. Fuck off, bitch. Taking my dragons. I tell you what. You can have Chode's dragon. Oh wait, he dead. No dragon for you. You're gonna get because she was Marlis you're scary. You need to go see somebody for your noodle because you're scary. Anyway, digressing. Okay, so then they go back to camp and they kind of rest there for the day, right? And when they come up, they're Traeger, he does and like sews up all the wounds and stuff. And then Mira's like, hey, did you motherfucking weld? And she's like, no, I didn't. Why you gotta be lying, Violet? Anyway, so we're still figuring that fucking bullshit out, right? And then they're like, all right, we're gonna go to the next island. So they fly for like 13 hours and they go to, Hedotus, okay? They go to Hedotus and it's like the Isle of Wisdom and smart people. But they have they don't have a port. All the boats are docked in the water and they're using dinghies to bring shit. Maybe it's for like, I don't know, like make sure they know who's coming in. I don't know. Smarter than me, I'm not a smart guy. That's why I hear him on the tiki-talkie. Anyway, digressing. So they pull up and they land and like the land's like this cream-colored land and they're kind of looking around. And while they're sitting there, they're trying to figure out what's up. Like Riddick's like, you got to take like a pop quiz or something to figure it out. And they got what's it called? A triumvirate, okay? It's like a 3-person leadership council, I'm guessing. So while they're sitting up on the motherfucking islands, right? And they're all talking, we all know, Violet notices that Cat is all like, she got the motherfucking sonar for Traeger, like, woo, and she got a little bruise on her. Y'all, hickeys do not look professional. I'm just saying. Try to keep them under the clothes. Okay, don't let it be seen. Anyway, you get in trouble like that. So as they're sitting there, right? They're sitting there getting ready their plans and looking at wounds and bruises and whatnot. A guy shows up. Fucking Ferris Bueller. Fucking Ferris shows up. Guesses it's day off or whatever. And he's like, hey, listen, The other motherfuckers, hey, what's up? The other bitches, they trying to be all official, but I wanted to see you because your dragons are motherfucking magnificent. They're glorious. I come in peace. Like he being all cool and stuff, and he's like, welcome to the island. Like we're gonna put you up in a house and stuff, and then you can meet with everybody. And and they're looking at this dude's eyeballs, right? His eyes are bluedy blue. So bluedy blue, they're all like purpley and shit. And she's like, So as they're talking, he's like, I'm Ferris, we're bringing you to the island. She like, he notes Zayden's eyes, like, your eyes got some crazy color in my guy. And your eyes are crazy color too. And like I said, they're bluedy blue, so purpley. And he's like, hey, my eyes are normal for the motherfucking island. And then he's like, so listen, you gonna stay in our home and shit? I brought the whole family here. And I brought the wifey to meet you. And he goes, Talia, my love. Yes, Ferris, I'm coming, my love. Whoa! What did you say? Talia Zayden's mom. What? I feel like I'm an episode of Maury. Talia, you are the mother. What is happening? Holy shit. Join us 34. I'm into it. All right, get the fuck out of here. So she leaves, and then Vi goes and talks to fucking Zayden outside on the back veranda, right? And now as they're on the veranda looking at the beautiful motherfucking Sigala's pacing back and forth. She pissed because the bond ain't fucking working. Taryn's doing his shit. Motherfucking, if you look down closely on the beach, Traeger and Kat, what y'all doing down there holding hands? What y'all doing? Kat, you finally got over Zayden and let somebody in? I tell you what, if it doesn't work with Traeger, I got a guy named Sean. I think you'd really be into him. Anyway, digressing. So they're holding hands on the beach and they're like, oh, that's so good for them, right? And then after that, as they're sitting there talking, Zayden, she's like, hey, baby, you should go to dinner and stuff. And Zayden's like, well, what do you think I should do? And this is where Violet's like, whoa, okay, listen, I'm not the greatest person to talk about this shit because, like, I just lost my mama and we're on way better terms than you and your mama are, right? So I'm the poisoned apple. You can't take advice from me, okay? Because I'm gonna say I want my extra 10 motherfucking minutes. But my mom also gave her life to say, everybody, your mom just fucking bounced and left. So I don't know what to say. Like, I respect Violet for that. She's like, but whatever you do, I stand by your man. She's standing by him, right? So that happens, and then they're sitting out there looking, right? And then as they're looking, they see these two boys, whoa, they're like playing fucking tag and shit, and they come fucking running out, and we realize that Zayden mom got more kids. Zayden got some stepbrothers. What did you say? Like, what the fuck is happening? Okay, so as that happens, Vi's like, I have a plan. I got an idea. She's like, Adarna, come here, Adarna. Adarna's like, what's up, girl? And she's like, hey, I want you to follow the kids and see where they go. Watch them go incognito. So she's like, Adarna's like, bet, let me know what's up. So they go and they like go off and motherfucking hide and shit, right? Because then we find out that the they're like the Cheruvium. It's a council. I call them the Tri-Council, like the Tri-Lambs from, Lambda. They're like the Tri-Council, right? So they're going to do a private test of their wisdom and knowledge, and they're going to be presented. And then Violin's got a fucking special plan. Like, they're thinking about this, all right? She's like, Adarna, you go follow the kids, and Brennan left a med kit. What? Brennan left a med kit. And in the med kit, there's some dried ornament. What kind of plan do we have, Vi? I don't know. Join us for 35 to find out. I thought we were going to have like a Indiana Jones scene where the little guy and the girl and the eyeballs and no, but it was just chicken and potatoes. So anyway, so we got food and they're sitting there talking, right? And then we finally find them, the Trivium, the three bitches. We got, Rosalind, Ferris, and fucking Naraya, or whatever the fuck her name is, right? But anyway, they're like, all right, this is the deal. After we work this bullshit out, they come up and like, all right, if you want to join an alliance with us, this is what we got to do. Arranged marriage, bitch. What did you say? Like, I'm sitting going, yeah, that ain't going to happen. And Zayden's like, yeah, bet. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'll do an arranged marriage. 3 or 4 years? Sure, no problem. Her name is Violet Sorengale with 2 R's, bitch. I was about to crash out. I'm telling you, y'all want to see a motherfucker on the verge of crashing out? Go to the YouTube page and watch the fucking me live reading this shit. Holy crap, Batman. Crash out was coming. But anyway, fucking Zayden proven nah, he's sticking with fucking Violet, so they're all motherfucking pissed, right? And then after that, they're like, nah, you're not smart enough for us. You won't do a little fucking Mary, baby. Bitch, y'all don't even know the name of your fucking island. And this is where Eric's like, shut the fuck up, y'all. Y'all are stupid. The name of our, I don't know the name. Hang on. The name of the island is like Amaryllis. And sometimes it's known as like Amocellus or some shit. Like, but they just called it the continent after the Great War. And they're like, ew, you know this shit. And then they're like, all right, well, let's have some dessert and shit. This motherfucker, I swear to God. So they come out and they bring out dessert. Yeah, we like dessert. And it's chocolate motherfucking cake. Don't eat the cake, Garrick. Once again, you want to see a crash out? Go to the YouTube, watch the video. Fucking crash out coming. Anyway, so they're sitting there and they're talking about the cake and how Violet's mom has been stockpiling chocolate for weeks. How does she stockpile? How did you know I was? Did motherfucking douche canoe from the other island? Did Cho dickhead? Did he fucking want? How did mama know? And how is it chocolate cake? You mean chocolate cake like the fucking chocolate cake you made him on his 10th birthday when you abandoned his ass? You fuck guy. How do people? So if I see anybody in the comments saying they like motherfucking Talia, we gonna have a serious conversation. I swear. If somebody in the Discord says they like Talia, the band hammer for real. Time out. You're putting your nose in the corner for an hour because that is some bullshit. But anyway, so as they're sitting there, they deliver the cake. Now, all of a sudden, the trivium, the council, and Mama just happen to not have forks. And Violet's like, wait, what? Huh? I'm like, don't eat the fucking cake! And of course, Violet finally is like, no! Slaps the fork out his hand, don't eat the cake! And all of a sudden, we hear Garrick like, that's good cake. You're trying to keep the motherfucker alive. Barrel heartbeat. Fucking Riddick and fucking Vi, they go running to the cook. Now they run into the motherfucking cook, and all the girls are in the kitchen like, oh no, I'm so fucking sorry. And they're like, where's the cook? He's in the pantry. He's in there, and they're fucking Violet's like, daggers all, He's like, oh, I'm not telling you shit. And she looks at his fingernails, and they're fucking blue. The goddamn pen is blue. Sorry, I love Liar Liar. Funny movie. Anyway, so she's like, oh shit, I think I know what it is, but I need my book. Luckily, Dane's going to get my book. So she's like, come on, Riddick, let's go. So they try to go, and the motherfucking cook's like, nah, and he comes after him with the freaking knife and shit. Well, Riddick comes in, and he's like, whoa, and we're, oh my God, you stabbed Riddick. What do you mean? You stabbed Riddick? Oh, I'm losing my shit. What is happening? I'm not ready. Anyway. Join us. Next one, 37 coming up. Eric's alive. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Eric's alive. He's alive. We don't have to burn the place down. Woo. Okay, so he's alive. Now, when that happened, Zayden crashed. Okay, Zayden took all my crash out energy and he sucked that shit up through the interwebs and the books and the Kindles and the books, and he used that shit and walks right at the motherfucking Ferris, and he's about to lose his shit. Like, I thought the place was already cream color. I thought he's gonna suck all the, is it cream color? Because the magic's already been gone and the Vinny have already been there? Ooh, I just thought of that. Anyway, okay, digressing. So, maybe not, probably not. Anyway, okay, so as that happens, Riddick is like, oh shit, Zayden's about to lose it. Vi jumps in and is like, calm down. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me? Say it with me, Zayden. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me? Hey, all right. So she was like, come to me, guy. Come to me. Come, let it, come. Okay, so why? Focus. Why are we so fucking... Anyway, digressing. So he finally calms down and motherfucking like leaves, right? And walks out. And then she's sitting on the table and she's like, all right, I'm gonna ask you one more again. Do you want to form an alliance? I have the motherfucking antidote right here. that one's already uppity chucking, and the wife is already uppity chucking, and y'all got a little time. I'm telling you, once you start a certain spot, there's no coming back. And the guy's like, all right, fine. We agree to the motherfucking alliance. Well, no, he still doesn't agree. He's like, I'm still going to win this game. And then Vi's like, all right, listen. So I got a dragon outside your grandpappy's house with the kids. Like, Vi, that is an extreme measure. Chill. Okay. Well, the bluff works. He agrees the alliance. So they're going to be friends. Nobody got to get married and shit. And they agree they get to leave. So he gives them she gives them the antidotes. And they bounce the motherfucker out. And then they got to fly. Now they're flying to the next island. It's called like Zanella. Zanella. Excuse me. So when they get there, like they're like, this is motherfucking sure. Sorry, some of the chicken nuggies, the griffins, they're kind of falling back. Because they're tired, and Taryn notices that, and it's Trigger and Cat helping each other out. Those two. I like those two. Anyway, digressing. So they're going, and Taryn's like, this is the scariest island of them all. What do you mean? It's because the motherfucker, hi, people with dragons, come hang out. Come to our van. We've got candy. What did you? These people are like all happy to see him and shit. They got bleachers and 1,000-seated arenas where motherfucking the dragons can land and shit. Like, we know you're coming. And then as they fucking land, all of a sudden, they did have candy in the van. The island has magic? What? What the fuck is happening? I don't know. Join us next time, folks. And I could have hurt you and you'll never fucking... So they were a little pissed about that. I forgot about that combo. All right, so then the fucking chick comes up and it's like, listen, if you would like to be here, we would like to form an alliance with you. All you have to do is accept our gifts of luck. And it's like, okay. So they do it. Now, the thing is you can't react. No reaction. I'd have failed. Y'all watch my videos. I don't think I have gotten through one video without being very reactive. I'm just going to say that much. So I would not be good. Quest Squad failed because of Wise. Let's just keep it real. Holy shit. So anyway, they go and they're like, yeah. And then they find out like, yeah, it could be a good gift or a bad gift. And Riddick's like, well, what do you mean? What could be a bad gift? And they're like, you could get a handful of fucking amber turd. I mean, shit. I mean, fuck, I'm sorry. Anyway, digressing, right? So they're like, all right. So they walk up and there's a table and the people are there. And fucking Callie's like, ha, come. And everybody like fucking Vi looks, all right, we all agree. And fuck. Okay, so we go to they pull a card and Mira gets some wine. She's cool. Marin gets 2 orange tunics, okay? Dane receives a slap. Fuck Dane's Dane got slapped. It was pretty funny. Okay, who else? What else happened? Garrett got a bucket. I got a bucket, a rusty-ass steel bucket. And then Eric got a broken mirror that cut his hand. So, I don't know. 7 years, bad luck, I guess. Fuck. Zayden, he got an empty glass box. A box of nothing. Haha. And then our girl Violet, she turned into Jack Sparrow. She's got a compass. It's a broken compass. Why the fuck did I go like this? I don't know. Anyway, she's got a broken compass. It'll probably take her to the Black Pearl or anything that she wants. I don't know. Anyway, so then she gets that, and then what happened? Violet got a Riddick got a kiss on the cheek from a dude. He probably I don't think the dude was like sexy or he wasn't worthy of the buttons, but all right, whatever, we'll take it. And then Cat got a ruby necklace, very pretty for Cat, very pretty. And Drake got a little orange kitty. That's so cool. And then Traeger's like, hey, it's my turn. Oh, look, I got an arrow. And shit. I swear to these people. So anyway, yeah, he's doing the bargaining, and then they basically make an agreement. Holy shit. I don't know if it was worth it. Cat's saying the same thing. They're all out. They're camping outside, and they're talking about like what they're going to do with the body and stuff. And then they made an agreement that the island will provide them with 40,000 troops and shit whenever they're fucking ready. And then what they're going to do is they're gonna go find an island and burn the bodies because that's just what you got to do. So yeah, that's happening. I'm gonna finish putting this on. Join us for the next one. To Traeger. Fuck. We got spread out and look. So we're just gonna spread out. And since Violet is in charge, she's like, all right, we going in teams. And she lists the motherfucking teams out. And well, she's not happy about that because the teams are, well, she is, but Xaden is not. Because the teams are Kat and Marin, Drake and Dane, Eric and Mira, Xaden and Garrick, and then Violet and Riddick. And Xaden is like, what the fuck, girl? And she's like, listen, boo, 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 I love you, but I'm your trigger. And like, there's more magic here. And you already said you're tempted. And if somebody coming to hurt me, you going sucking it all up. You know what I mean? So we can't do that. But it's going to be all right. And he pissed, but I mean, it makes sense. She in charge, boss. She in charge. Sit down, Xaden. But anyway, digressing. So they're sitting there and they go over that, right? And then when Violet is sleeping with fucking Adarna. And then Adarna's like, I see some footprints. What's this? What's that? What's this? What's that? What's this? What's that? Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. They're surrounded by dragons. That's right. She sees some footprints, and it's none of their fucking prints, right? And they're surrounded by 6 eerie dragons, and all they hear is this loud like slide whistle sound. And now we gotta talk to the Irids. Fuck. Pre-warning. I don't fucking like them. I think they're chodes. We'll talk about it in the next chapter. See me then. And Adarna is like, here, I'm going to tell you my story. And I picture this. Y'all remember Goonies when the bad people captured Chunk and they're like, tell us. And he starts from, well, when I was in first grade, this is what when I was a baby, I was first hatched and I came and saw Taryn. And then from Taryn, I became a teen. And she tells the whole fucking story. And they're like, wait, she used your magic? And they're sitting here going, like, she's the litmus test. They were like, at the end, after she tells the whole story, right? They go back and they have a huddle and they're all like, and they're fucking yipping and yapping and shit, right? And then fucking 3 of them take off. It was the dudes, so they're definitely fucking chode-ass bitches. Anyway, and then they're like, listen, you were left behind for a reason, and to see if humans would stop using magic as weapons. And with the words in place, but they haven't, because they're bitches, and they're bad people, or some shit. So that happens, and then what else? And then they said, we're a peaceful den. We ain't trying to fight. We're like Switzerland and shit. Y'all I don't know. I don't understand this shit. But then, as they're doing this shit, the dragons are starting to talk, and they're like, and she fucking used you, little one. She used you, little dragon. And in the end, you gave her some incredibly scary, dangerous, violent powers. What the fuck? Violet has the second signet, y'all. I don't know what's gonna fucking happen. I'm so scared. Rebecca! Join us next time. Here, you're like, what the fuck is that guy? It's almost like that fucking clip, like, what are those? Like, they're looking at his shoes, right? Except they're looking at his eyeballs, and they're like, what are those? Like, his eyes is red and shit. They're like, you are working with that? Nah, you definitely ain't ready for the motherfucking Team Irid. Like, honestly, fuck Team Irid. I don't give a motherfucking shit. And then the Irids leave after one of them calls Xaden an abomination. That pissed fucking Adarna off, and she motherfucking boom and takes off in the woods. And Taryn goes after her, like, I'm gonna work this shit out. And Riddick, it's your time to shine, my guy. This is where people gonna find out. The funny dudes are fucking smart as hell. We just joking so y'all won't take us fucking literally serious all the time, because life's too short to be serious all the fucking time. Sometimes you just gotta have a little fun and laugh, but we paid attention. But anyway, Riddick, it's his time to shine. So he's like, hey, Zane, look at my eyes, bitch. Look at my eyes. You know what? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now I know why Vi wants to find a motherfucking cure. Okay. Let's go, Riddick. Let's go. Next chapter, 43. Woo! That's a good one. No more. We're family. Okay? You need to tell motherfucking Riri, and you gotta tell fucking one-legged Sawyer. God fucking, I miss you, Sawyer. He's a cool dude. And then you gotta tell motherfucking Jesse and Sawyer, that shit gonna happen too. Anyway, digressing. So she's like, okay, cool. And then as they're talking, she says the whole thing, and they finally figure out what that line is, and it's if Xaden goes to hurt her or hurts a civilian or hurts any dragon and rider without cause, okay? And then because, dude, Riddick is like, listen, no Vinny's ever stopped drawing power. It's eventually gonna happen, okay? There was some teasing of maybe we could outbreed the Vinny in us. Like, what did, like, if he has his Vinny sperm can, I don't know, whatever the fuck gonna happen there. So there's possibilities that the children can change. But then that happens, Xaden fucking comes over, and then they're fucking talking, like, he got his arm around him, and Riddick is fucking cool. He's like, so listen, this can go one or two. If I take my arm off, I look like a bitch. If I don't, you're gonna want to whoop my ass. So let's just call it even, okay? And then they're talking, and at one point of the argument, Vala got mad because the little bit mad, she had a little lightning strike. And Riddick's like, hey, listen, also, that lightning strike, that wasn't from us doing, well, it was from us, but it wasn't because we was doing the, you know what I mean? And Zane's like, trust me, if it would have been, I had a bigger lightning strike. Like, god damn, Violet's like, guys, I'm right motherfucking here. But anyway, so like, all right, cool. They all realize it. They agree that they're going to tell Riri, Sawyer, and Jesse. And then Xaden and Vi now have a conversation. And she's trying to get Xaden to realize, you're not an abomination. You're just a coagulation of power and human that's becoming an amalgamation of badness, apparently. We'll figure it out. There's a lot of shouldn's going on, all right? We're going to get a curation so you can go back to being the sensation. All right, anyway, digressing. What are we doing, Rice? Anyway, it's time to go home. So they fly home and they take like this direct certain path and stuff, and then they motherfucking land on the ground. And Riri, she comes running out, like, give me a hug. So they're hugging. She's like, how'd you know? It's like, my dragon talking to your dragon. And they're all motherfucking there. Yeah, they're all happy. And then motherfucking General Chode Toast. If you don't know, that's General Atos. He's a fucking chode over here. Wise Beyond the Stories. But anyway, his little chode ass is like, hey, what's up, bitches? And hands him a fucking letter. The letter's from Theophany. Theophany is what we call that little fucking, she's scary. She saw them flying over the land and got a letter. Can she teleport and shit? Was she? Maybe she was on the islands just following. What is happening? Theophany scares the shit out of me. Okay, but anyway, digressing. So then that motherfucking happens, and then they got this crazy ass fucking debrief and shit. And then, yeah, that happens. So they're doing the debrief. No, they say they got to do some debriefing. And then we find out, motherfucking, they promoted Discount. Discount's no longer Takar's Discount. He's no longer the motherfucking manager. He's now the CEO because the Vinny, they ixnayed Queen Mariah A. Fuck. Anyway, one more today, 44. Cup. They got a lot of shit to do. Join us next one. And then they're like, say the answer. Vi, say the answer. No, Vi's telling Riri to say the motherfucking answer. And Sawyer's like, oh shit, here we go again. People are gonna freak the fuck out. And then Riri's like, you don't send cadets to fight the motherfucking Vinny. You send Violet Sorengale. What did you say? She's like, yeah. And Violet's like, listen, bitches, I'm just a second year, and I can direct my lightning in a motherfucking cloud. So imagine a Sage or a fucking Maveno or a Mayovan and they can fucking make sure, yeah. And so that's how they did it. They snuck it in the clouds. It's like when the Marines outsmarted DARPA and their fucking AI robot by putting a box on their head and just sneaking really closely or just doing cartwheels and shit. Yeah, they fucking snuck in and shit. It's like, what the fuck is happening? So they're like, shit, we got to figure that out. Like, right? Yeah. So that's how they did it. And then the clouds, which means that Theophany is probably with them because she's like the Mayovan and shit, right? So they did that. What else did I have? And it ends up, oh, yeah. So after class, Xaden comes in class and there's some more talky. And then they're trying to figure out strategy on what to do, this, that, and the other, and all the other bullshit. Yeah. And then after that, it's time to go to their third briefing of the motherfucking day. And Riddick is like, he's in charge of this motherfucking brief. He's like, let's go, motherfucker. So he grabs Vi and they walk down and then link up with Riri and Sawyer. And they walk into the scribe quadrant. And all the scribes are like, what up, y'all? We gonna go get her for you. Cause they just, Sawyer been there and Riri, so they go get Jesse and they're like, I'm not trying to be rude, but they sign language. I'm gonna learn it one day, I promise. But they start sign language, and then as they're doing that, she's like, we need a room. And then she's like, okay, we'll get us a room. So they go get a room, and she's like, hurry, y'all ain't supposed to be in here. What this fucking shit about? And Violet drops motherfucking truth bombs. Woo! She tells fucking Riri and Sawyer and Jesse about motherfucking Zayden. And this is super important. What a lot of people don't realize, because once people realize about Zayden, easiest way to get rid of him is to schmeckle motherfucking Vi, right? That's what they're saying. So it's definitely, holy crap, we got to get a team together. And I think somehow they got a package. I think somebody I don't know if it was Riri or Jesse or Violet, but somebody got a package from the town Chantra. Anyway, that's where we ended off. Join us next time. 45. Motherfucker is. It's like, yeah. Anyway, digressing. So then they go from there, and she's like, maybe I should write him a note. Yeah, that's what I should do. So she gonna also write him a note and shit. Well, listen, if you don't want me using your tail as a mic, then don't put it there, my girl. I love you. Okay, so anyway, digressing. So back to where I was, right? So then we go to the field. So now we're on the field, and they gotta do, girlfriend, where we going? Okay. Anyway, digressing. So we're on the field, right? And they gotta do mount training. So they gotta change their flight. They're like, we gotta be on the ground, but not so long. So they're gonna fly on their dragons, jump off, attack a target, and get back on, right? So the first years go through, it's not pretty good. And the second years go through, and then fucking Riri goes, and Riri is a fucking Riri. She's an all-star. She got a game on. Oh, damn. She's fucking legit. And then everybody's kind of fucking going, right? And then all of a sudden, fucking Violet's turn. Now, Violet, of course, Violet is Violet, because Violet does the Violet things. So she does hers a little bit different. So she fucking takes off and fucking turns like, not yet. And she's like, oh, I'm just prepared. Are we ready? Ready? Let's go. And she fucking gets off, runs off, and starts to fall. Like, what are you doing? It's like the first year when they did all the fall, but it's on purpose. So she's fucking falling. Taryn does some of this maneuver, grabs onto her shoulders, takes her right before the ground. Whoosh, she fucking gets down. Lightning crash right into the projectile. And then fucking Taryn comes up, claws her, starts flying vertical with her, like throws her up in the air like she's a fucking volleyball, like boom, setting a fucking volleyball, right? Throws her up. She goes and bam, and he's like, hang on, motherfucker. So she grabs it and gets back in the saddle. Now, Professor Corey's like, fuck it, it's unorthodox, but it works. Fuck it, I don't care. Next! And Zayden's looking at this shit like, Brick, damn, I love you. Like, okay, we get it, Zayden. So that shit happens. And then I tell you what, everybody goes, it's all cool. Motherfucking Riddick, this dude, he motherfucking comes down, flies off his dragon, gives a motherfucking bow, and then fucking runs back up. This dude, Riddick is Rundanin Jr. I don't care what nobody says. This motherfucker is up to the sky. He's fucking amazing. But then, I hate to say this, Eric comes in, fucking, he makes it. This dude does some maneuver where he comes down, starts running palms and ass. Okay, he wins. Okay, fancy man. Anyway, digressing. So, that class is over. Everybody's doing good. She goes and talks to Zayden, pulls out a little package. Happy birthday, Lev! I give you a package. So he opens it up, and it's some Onyx cufflinks that she had made from the tower on the top of the house that needed repair. And it's here, use them and stuff. And one day we're going to sit there and look at the peacefulness, we hope. She thought about getting him chocolate cake, but it was still too soon at this point. It's only been like 40-something days. So then that happened, and then they're giving a little kissy. And then all of a sudden, Felix shows up and is like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that shit. Fucking teacher-student relationships are bad. Literally, don't. And digressing. So Felix is like, hey, what the fuck happened? And she's like, I was going to come see you. And he's like, well, you need motherfucking training. Here's your letter, Zayden. Oh, cool, thanks. And like, why we got to wait? Like, you don't like leaving Arisha. And he's like, listen, motherfucking wyverns came through again. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. But they made it 10 minutes farther. The wards are failing. That's why I'm here. I can't wait for you to come the fuck up and train. And she's like, oh, fuck. That is the second biggest O I've ever fucking seen. That O is only fucking rivaled to the one in John Wick when he finds out his son did what he did to John Wick. You know what I'm talking about, that scene. Anyway, join us for the next one. And then they're arguing and Children's like, oh, let's show my pretty, or whatever little bitch ass says, and then fucking leaves, right? And as that happens, now I'm really starting, this is where I'm really starting to worry about Zayden and Rebecca! Lynx is starting to fucking manifest their signet. It's shadows. I thought Zayden was this generation shadow welder. Okay, son, we're getting a little worried now. I'm gonna need y'all to try that experiment where they said Zayden's offspring and shit. We need to try the chop, okay? Y'all need to work on that some way, somehow, because I don't think Zayden making it through this book at this point. Anyway, okay, digressing. So Lynx freaks out. Zayden is like, calm yourself, focus, you're in control. Think your happy thoughts. Shadows calm down. Okay, go get him, go trade him. And then Zayden is like, they're having this conversation now, right? It's Zayden and Violet. And Zayden's like, listen, I got to get out of here. Like, they were saying maybe I should not be the professor no more because I've been gone so much and this and that. And she does everything she can. She throw the kitchen sink at him and I gotta motherfucking go. And then one of the teachers comes over and is like, hey, listen, it's super hard to be in a relationship when you're in people of power. And the motherfucker, like, they're right, but they don't understand like the full details that's coming on. But then that happens and she's like, okay. And then Zayden leaves a few hours later and that's where the chapter ends. This is fuck. All right, join us for the next one. I have won battles. I'm the biggest. Do you think I give a fuck if I have to change my posture for somebody I chose? Like, what did you say? So she's kind of relaying that after Taryn tells her that. She's like, Sawyer, like, your dragon loves you and picked you for a reason. Like, trust your fucking dragon. Like, it's okay. And then he's like, wait, okay, I kind of get it, right? So then he fucking, he runs up and fucking, he climbs and he gets it. He's back in the saddle. One-legged Sawyer's back, baby. And as soon as that happens, like, everybody comes out. Everybody have fucking Riri and fucking Riddick. Riddick is fucking Oprah right now. You get a hug. Ah! Jack Barlow Jr. gets a hug. Okay, sorry. Everybody getting fucking hugs. That's how happy we are. I lost my microphone. Son of a bitch, I'll be back. Okay, I found my mic, sorry. Okay, so Riddick's giving everybody motherfucking hugs and shit, and Riri's like, wow, why didn't he want it? And she was like, listen, Riri, it's not about, like, you needing to be their help. Like, this was a battle for Sawyer to fight, and he had to do it himself, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't realize sometimes when you get in charge, like, people look up to you, right? And some people don't want to let people down, and they end up, like, holding themselves back because they're too afraid of disappointing people, all right? And listen, it sucks. That's why you got to tell people they should be proud of themselves so they don't need you saying, I'm proud of you, right? Because then they need you to say they're proud. Anyway, life lessons with Wise. Tell people they should be proud of themselves before you say you're proud of them. Let them get their dopamine from them being proud of themselves. Anyway, okay, back to the story. So then that happens. We're like, yeah, we can fly. The squad's getting back together, baby. Fucking Dane's coming in, and Dane like, well, Dane, why are you going to Arisha with us? He's like, because Quest Squad is the best squad. And they're like, fuck yeah, we are. All right, so anyway, so they fly to Arisha, and they're like, hey, we're here. We're going to chill in 45 minutes. If you want to go see fucking Riri's family and meet the twins, Marin's twins, we going to go chill. And then Vi's like, I don't know where I sleep. I ain't got a room. And they're like, bitch, you know where your room is. It's Zayden's. What do you mean? You know where your room is. So she goes in the room. She's looking around. She's like all reminiscent and shit. Knock on the door. You know who that means. It's Brendan, of course. It's been Brendan every time unless it's been discount. But anyway, Brendan's like, pull me in. So they pull in the wards and like, hey, how you doing? And then he's like, I can't mend him. What? You know? Yeah, I know. He knows. Brendan knows. Everybody motherfucking knows. And he's like, we've been trying, we done this, we done the essential oils, we rubbed the salt circle, we did it all. They fucking magic crystals, are like, I don't know what to do. But then they have this idea. Apparently, trying to go to Basgiath to mend them? Like, they're gonna do a mending it. I don't fucking really get it. But Violet's super happy because that means Zane hasn't given up. We can't give up the hope. All right, anyway, woo! Join us for the next one. A long time, okay? I'm telling you, it's been a long time. We're at 70-something days, right? Longer than that, because they can't, because he's been brooding, and don't touchy because the one little finger on the headboard and stuff, it's not like Cassian grabbed the headboard, no, like that. It's like, they're scared. So she's like, all right, what are we gonna do? Like, how about this? He's like, he pulls out some daggers and like, you can use the daggers and we got the antidote and the serum. And he's like, but I can control it. I am in control. He's gonna be in control. I think they're about to play some Olympics, okay? They've basically said, we can do it. So we're getting the Xbox ready, boys. Plug it up. Let's see what happens. A mining level because he's just going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And he's at such a good pace where, O'Reilly's Olympics. Ow! So that happens. Lightning is crashing. They broke another fucking desk. I swear to God, they must have like a direct deposit going to IKEA fucking Trinity, as much shit as they break, right? So then he goes and uses his shadows to help change the level because they passed that one, right? So she's already passed 2 levels and she's like, okay, now it's your turn. And then he's like, cool. And then he's like, here, we're going to do this one. Let you get on top of this level and then I'm going to get down here, right? And she's like, yeah. So they're working the level and they're working the magic. And he's like, oh, we got to stop it. She's like, no, you have to pass the level too. It's always been about me. It's finally going to be about you. Well, not finally, but you know what I'm saying? It's been a long time. So he's going, he's like, I can. She's like, you can. I can. You can. I did. Thank God. Woo! Okay, these pipes are clean. But now's the scary part. Did he channel? He didn't. Woo! Okay, he made it. Whew. We passed the level. We didn't break any controllers. No Xboxes. Well, we did break a desk. Well, not we. They broke a desk, but okay. Well, that's where we are now. So finally, it was at least 73 days. That's a long time. Might be longer than that if you do the math, because they weren't doing it because he was brooding. Anyway, I don't even know. Join us next time. Here we go. A reoccurring bad dream. Specifics, please. So anyway, so they go through that, and then she starts explaining it, and he's like, hey, boo-boo, let me explain something to you. This is where it's like, that wasn't your dream. That was my dream. You're a dream. Boom, 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 boom. A dream walker. I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. I kind of see why them douche canoe ass Earins were like sketchy as fuck, right? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, digressing. So that happens, and then they start thinking about, oh, what about the other dream? Remember where she was in the fire in the picture? And then she was like, wait a second. Was I in fucking Marin's dream? Oh, shit. So they go fucking running upstairs, and they're like, all right, we got to figure out how to ask her this and not be like all sketchy as fuck, right? Like, don't be suspicious. I'm knocking on the door. Hey, Marin, listen, I understand it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, but by chance, par se, do you have a picture of your family? Like, Marin's like, what the fuck are you bitches talking about? Like, what? Yeah, hang on. So she walks back and she gets it, and she's like, yeah, hi, this is a picture of my family. And she like shows him, right? And she's like, this is the most important thing to me. And I didn't realize it because, now my family's not with us anymore. Because they're, unfortunately, so that happens. And then she's like, okay, cool. Thank you so very much for sharing that with me in this time. And she's like, yeah, sure. Okay, I'm going back to bed. And then as they're walking, all of a sudden, Taryn goes in the head and says, we're under attack! There's wyverns coming to battle! Join us for the next one. Finally, it's like, so the battle comes in. They see some fucking wyverns. Taryn does this maneuver where they come in and he comes flying in, right? Here's the maneuver, right? He comes flying in, he grabs one fucking wyvern, and then he barrel rolls over and over, and he rips the spine. Like, if it would have been a Mortal Kombat game, it'd be so cool. Like, Violet's not happy. She's like, my helmet almost fell off. Fucking, like, can we not do that again? It was a very effective maneuver. Great, cool. Let's not do that again, okay? Ralph, dinosaurs, all out the back of the motherfucking dragon, okay? Feel bad for the people behind it. So that happens, and then there's more going, and she's, pull the lightning, lightning strike. There's a couple more. The battles are going all on, right? And then this is where it gets super motherfucking crazy, and I don't like what happens. So they see, I believe it's motherfucking Theophany, okay? They see her coming in, and they see some wyvern. She's like, all right, 5-second strike. And she's fucking charging her power. 5. And then I'm going to do it. And she's done this. And 4. And she strikes. And 5. Let it. And she strikes the 2 motherfucking wyverns, right? And they go down. And then Tarn goes, grabs another one. Like, ah! And then all of a sudden, she's feeling the pain of the burn of all the magic she's fucking used. And then all of a sudden, the pain. She hears a big old and fucking Taryn screams, ah! Or however dragons scream, and they're going down, down, down. So they manage to get on the ground, and he's got like a big old wyvern wing splinter type thing in his motherfucking shit, and they're on the ground. Holy crap. Join us for next chapter, Battle of Arisha Part 2, coming up. I think we're about to fight Theophany because shit's about to get real. All of a sudden, she looks back like, ah! Freaks out. Poof, magic be gone. Like she fucking winnows the fuck out of there, right? I guess she teleportation and shit. And that happens just like Garrett did at the beginning. Like, what can't Theophany do besides be a good person, apparently? Like, that's the only thing she doesn't know how to do. But I'm sure in her mind, she thinks she's a good person. Anyway, okay, digressing. So she fucking just yeets herself out of there, fucking flash, looks around, motherfucking wyverns are attacking, and they've fallen from the sky. Why are the wyverns falling? Ah, they're coming at him. All of a sudden, Zayden, he shows up at perfect time again, uses his Zayden slowing magic skills. You know, every time Zayden be touching shit, he'd be slowing shit down. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, okay, so then the wyverns manage to not beat the people up and shit, and then all of a sudden, we're like, oh, whew, we're safe. And then we hear that fucking sound again. What? Leo showed the fuck up. He was the one cool fucking ear. Apparently Leo showed up and said, you know what? I'm gonna give peace a chance. And he fired the ward. And that's why they're down. And now we gotta have a hard conversation, which, oh man, it sucked, but you gotta change how you're thinking. And we'll talk about that next. Anyway, join us, chapter 53, coming up. I understand she's supposed to be like I got something on my eyeball, like a litmus test, right? But if she doesn't know, then she just, so maybe there's something there. So I respect Leo for that, right? And then she's like, okay, well, what does that mean? What do you mean? Cat butt's coming, you know it. Hi, say hi to me. Don't eat to me, just say hi. Okay, Tell, what are you doing? Oh, okay, here. We'll adjust, here. Okay, we're just gonna adjust and one-eyed Toey, maybe an ear. Okay, anyway, so basically, he's like, hey, you can come with me and you can go live in the den and I'm gonna teach you our ways, right? It'll just take a year or two. Now listen, she coming back, y'all. It's like, listen, it's very sad. I'm very sad. It is. But listen, people come and go in your life all the time. People have to move on, right? They just graduated college. She's going to a job. She's joining the military. She's going to basic training. She got to go away and grow. She got to learn. Okay, it's very sad, but she's not gone. Right, Rebecca? Rebecca. Don't you hurt my baby, Rebecca. Make another TikTok. That's about it. So anyway, so she's like, but I can't go because of the bond. And Leo's like, bitch, break the bond. What did you say? She's like, it's magic. Cat, but you are literally the fucking maker of magic. Just break the bond. Well, I don't know how. And he's like, bet, gotcha. Bam! The bond is gone. Fuck. And Adarna's out. Ladies and gentlemen, the baby is gone. Rebecca's setting us up for trauma. She's already starting now. I ain't ready. Join us next time. Fuck! Okay, the second step, okay, I can breathe. I remember how to breathe. All right, Zayden's there and he's like, hey, let me help you. You okay? And she's like, I need a motherfucking minute. goes into the bathroom, does her thing, and then Zayden shows up and he's like, hey, let me help you with a bath, right? So he gets the bath running. He's like, hey, can I help you get undressed? Yeah. Puts her in the bathtub. Can I help wash it? Yeah. Gives her wash. Can I wash your hair? Washing her hair. And she's fucking kind of going through the shit, right? Kind of reliving everything. And then she's talking to Zayden. She's like, man, I understand why the humans, we can't survive when their dragon passes, because not only is it just the loss of power, it's the emptiness, and it breaks you, right? So she's like fucking going through, like, listen, nobody's fucking survived this shit before. Like, you're fucking one off, girl. So she gets dressed, and he's like, I need some clothes. So he goes to the armoire, comes back, gets dressed. All right, she walks outside. They're still fucking bitching at this point. Like, what the fuck? So they're going on it, and she's listening. And I tell you what, Brennan noticed a bracelet on fucking Mira, right? And that starts this whole bullshit. And then we spiral down the path where mom and dad wouldn't do this, and grandma not talking to this, that, and the other. And she's not fucking dedicated, da-da-da. And Violet's like, well, actually. And they start fucking like kind of going through this shit, right? They're like, what are you talking about? We fucking searched the records and this part of the fucking books, and there's a part missing where mom's journals, and the people, dad took her. Apparently dad took her to dedicate her, but the priestesses said they couldn't take her because she hadn't chosen her path and shit yet. And then they were like, fucking Mira, like, believe they took to dedicate her, but the high priestess said that Violet could still come, like, if she didn't turn Vinny, right? And they're like, wait, what did you say? Like, yeah, the heart that beats for her or in her is gonna fucking do the wrong thing for the right reason, right? And then they're like, wait, what do you mean? And then he's like, what exactly did you say? And it's like, you're not going to turn. And Zayden's like, well, it's not her, it's me. And Mira's like, what? She goes to pull a knife out. Everybody's like, whoa, 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 slow down. And Brennan's like, Mira, stop. We already know. What do you mean? What do you mean you know? You didn't tell us? No, we ain't tell you. Like, listen, it's last December this shit happened. All we can do is progress it. Mira's motherfucking pissed, storms out the motherfucking room. And that's where we end the fuck up. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but does anybody know of a therapist in fucking Arisha we can go send their way, because they need some help. Anyway, join us for the next one coming up. Okay, so she's like, so she fucking kind of gets it. And the teacher comes out and is like, hey, that's actually not too shabby. That's the best compliment she's ever done or gotten, right? So they're doing that, and then everybody's kind of talking. There's a couple jokes. Riddick's popping jokes again like a motherfucking champ, right? And then Felix shows up and is like, hey, she's coming with me the rest of the afternoon. They're like, are we sure? Are you sure about that? And they're like, hey, if we don't train her now, like, Battlefield's coming. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, cool. So she's going out training. Felix is trying to talk to her and get her to see all the stuff. And Felix is like, hey, y'all, we already talked to Riri and shit, but y'all motherfuckers got to learn. Y'all got to learn how to control you. She's like, what do you mean? Like, I was doing what I can. He's like, listen, you hit your wyvern drive, but you went out to the motherfucking temple. And she's like, the people were in danger. The people were in danger because you were. Okay. I see. I see what you're saying, Felix. So she kind of gets that, right? So like, so she's training and going and then she comes in from the training, and then she goes into the motherfucking briefing, like the big main room where the briefing room is happening, right? So she goes in there and motherfucking, she's getting ready to talk to Brennan and shit. And as she's doing that, Zayden and fucking Bodhi come barging in. And Bodhi's pissed, like, blah, 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 I'm not, you you gotta graduate and you gotta fucking ready to take over. How am I supposed to graduate if you're making, and basically Zayden is sitting here going, this is my replacement. He's planning for the worst, hoping for the best. And Violet kind of notices that and is like, shit, is he giving up? And he's like, listen, I ain't giving up yet. But anyway, so Bodhi and Zayden are arguing, and motherfucking, they're going at it. And then as Bodhi I can't remember the exact comment, but he says a comment and it's kind of a rip. He's like, you need to make sure you take care of yourself and all your other shit. And he's kind of poking at Violet, I think, a little bit, because she notices, like, what the hell? And then he fucking storms out. And then she's like, wow, Zayden he's fighting, but he's planning for the worst and hoping for the best. And then she's like, hey, would you like to go and kind of sit outside and have a conversation? And he's like, I have a better idea. And she's like, slam it like a door, because Brendan fucking scooched out of there, right? There were some missives and some other shit too. But yeah, she locked the door out, and I think we're gonna get some Olympics before a war. I don't know. Join us for the next one. He's gonna die, but doesn't know what that means and some shit. I'm fucking so confused about these dreams. I don't know. But anyway, they're in bed trying to figure that shit out. And they're like, but you figured it out. Like, how did you still dream walk if Adana's gone? And like, you figured out how to do shit. The only thing I can come, maybe the power's still there, but Tarn's power's so raw and powerful, she can't see the tiny little strip of Adarna, right? You know what I mean? So I don't know. So maybe it's shits like that, and fuck, I don't know. But we go there and all, it's a knock at the door. It's not Brennan this time. Instead, it's motherfucking Garrick. And Garrick's got like a shield on his, got a shield on his back. And he's like, oh, fuck, it's happened. They're in fucking Dreyfus and shit. And Theo Fanny, they've got her. Got who? It's not a shield. It's Tiny's fucking scale. They've got Mira. To battle! That's what I would do. I'd go fucking rescue her ass. Let's figure out what happens. That's where we fuck up. Violet, the plan fails because you try to save everybody. You can't save everybody. But I want to save everybody. But you can't save everybody. It's a hard decision. Welcome to leadership. It fucking sucks. You gotta... Anyway, digressing. So they're sitting there trying to figure out, he's like, I've got a plan. But you need to pick one objection. Do we save the people? Do we save the town? Or do we save sister? And so she's thinking, she's like, I say we go after Theo Fanny herself. What did you say? So they got a plan. Okay, I got a plan for that. I got a plan. But for this plan to work, you got to follow orders. You have to follow the orders. And Riri nobody can deviate. And they're like, okay, I think we can do it. I'm so scared. We're almost done. Fuck, I don't know. 10 chapters left, I believe. Fuck, join us for the end. Oh, shitballs, Batman. He helps her out. He works her through it. He's like, you can do this. You're in charge. Take charge. You got this. Sloan puts a hand on Dane. Sloan puts a hand on fucking Brennan. Siphons the power. Mira's alive. Okay, cool. We got Mira motherfucking alive. Thank you very motherfucking much. Now, at this point, Sloan gives Vi a motherfucking letter from Eric. Now remember, Eric took off south. I don't know if I remember that. That bitch took off south at the beginning like, okay, we know why. We'll discuss that later. Precog ass motherfucker, like a real one. Anyway, okay, so that happens. So there's a letter addressed. She gets it. And then Zayden's like, all right, we got to motherfucking go. Zayden's got to go do his shit. And now it's time for her plan with motherfucking Bodhi against fucking Theo Fanny. This is where... Crash Out's probably coming out soon, folks. I don't know. We'll see. Join us for the next one. Just to get like a knife in her knee at this point, but then Theo Fanny's still on top of her, and she's like, I'm gonna get you to channel, and you're gonna fucking do this. Nobody can stop me. And she's like, you're right, I can't, but she is, and it fucking stops there. Now, my first thought, it was like gonna be like motherfucking Riri, or motherfucking Imogen, or motherfucking somebody else, but at this point, we don't really know, and then we'll find out later. Join us for the next one. Super cool. I'm gonna leave it at that because there's so many cool scenes. Anyway, digressing. Riri scene's cool, and join us. What are we on? Fuck, 62 coming up. Wyvern carcass, right? So she runs over and she does like a Tigger oop-de-ooper, alley-ooper bounce, gets on the motherfucking Wyvern carcass, and she's kind of fucking safe there, right? So she gets onto the Wyvern carcass, and then that happens. As that happens, Sigale comes motherfucking flying in and grabs Violet and helps take her to Tarn, so that way she can get a little bit of fucking power now, right? So now she fucking like, Sigale's like, here, go to fucking Tarn, throws her up in the air, and Tarn catches her, flips her back on the back. She gets in the motherfucking saddle, right? And then Tarn's like, it's time to fucking strike. And then all of a sudden she's like, yeah. And she's fucking striking the 6, 5, 4, 3, 8, 6, 7, 5. Wyverns die. 8, 6, 7, 5. The wyverns die. So she's fucking losing her shit, right? Now that's happening. Motherfucking, God damn it, Royal Eric, what are we doing? I fucking love this guy, right? Eric shows up with like 1,000 fucking Zenil fucking soldiers with him. So when he was flying south, he wasn't bitching out. No. He was getting help. I told you this motherfucker, he a precog, motherfucker. That's so cool. So Violet and Taryn, they're going to fly after fucking Theophany because she fucking bounced out somewhere. And that's where we're at. We've got a little bit of hope. We might fucking pull this out. Sorry, Timmy. Damn, that was a hard breath. I knocked Timmy over. Anyway, join us. Next chapter coming up. Fucking Dagger in Quinn, right? So the Vinny goes down. Imogen goes down. She picks up Quinn and she's trying to comfort her. And basically, as she's fighting, Quinn's like, listen, I know I can't be saved. And then she's like, hey, please tell Jax, my girl, that I love her. And she says, you should tell, Quinn or Jax tells him that this fight, like I said, fucking Quinn. Anyway, so that happens. We lose Quinn there, and she promises she'll happen. And then Garrick appears, and you can tell that he's fucking tired as fuck, and he's running low on power. So this is one of those chapters it's definitely brought to bring us back down. So to Quinn. See you in the next one. The living shit out of that goddamn earth, and that's what made the Black, I'm assuming, go everywhere and fucking pull up, right? And start doing that shit. Now, as he pulls her, that kills. Now, also, when he does that, though, that does take out all the motherfucking Vinny, all the motherfucking Wyvern, and saves everybody except fucking Browin, because they're fucking bond. Like, Browin's the one that made him. So that happens. Now, somehow, Violet is the only way to imagine. I guess when she was still awake, she's like, no, Zayden, it's there. Like, I love you, you have to stop. So he manages to stop at that last piece. Like, if it was in his memory, like if he's draining the way I picture it, if like he has to wipe his memory of everything, he stops right before he gets to his time with Violet, and then he stops fucking channeling, right? Excuse me. So that happens because it's only little Violet can stop him. So when the love me, he fucking stops. Now that happens, he doesn't go any further, and Sigale's like, what the fuck? She gets free, and he's like, you got to get out of here because there's nothing left. And he like lowers his shield to let Sigale in, and is like, she'll be the one that can help me because she loves me. I think I'm still kind of confused because, again, I am still reeling a little bit. I'm going to have to do some more reading. But anyway, so that happens. And then what happened? Violet, she fucking passed out. She's passing out. And they're like, hey, Taryn's not going to let fucking Zayden come close. And she's motherfucking freaking out. And then you can just hear her begging Taryn, please let him see me. Please let him fucking like one last time or something. And then we go there and Violet's fucking unconscious. And then this is where shit, join me for the next one. I don't want to talk about it. Out, and it's a fucking like a wedding certificate and a note from the High Priestess of Dune saying that she blesses her legal marriage to Zayden. What did you say? And then the notes from Violet to Zayden to Violet, and it says, don't come fucking looking for me, and that it's yours now. I think we mean that they got married because of Trinidad, because where's Garrett? Garrett and Bodhi are on where are they at? We don't know where they're at. So I think she did this for the secession of Trinidad so they would know. And then we think that, but we don't know. Maybe it could be his soul because it's the only thing that stopped him from going complete fucking Mayovan. We don't really fucking know. We need answers. But then she realizes, motherfucking Imogen. Imogen is like, what's up? And she's like, wait a second. What about my wedding to Zayden? What happened the last 12 hours? Imogen, what did you do to me? And the book ends with Imogen saying, what you asked me to. And where the rest of the book, Rebecca? How the fuck do you end a book like that? Like literally, the fucking end. Fuck. All right. Violet Roranson, Duchess of Trinidad. When's the next book coming out? I don't know. Fuck. Good series. I don't like the ending. Fuck this.